The stage is yours. Mr. Siraj, please unmute yourself. I give the
Yes,
request.
yes, okay. I got the permission to unmute myself. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
It is an opportunity for us again to connect. I was there yesterday in the whole of yesterday's program. It went on very well. Today, I'm going to be presenting about what are the golden opportunities in Saudi Arabia. So hopefully this is going to make very simple in terms of how we can take whatever possible in terms of the developments happening in the Saudi Arabian market here. Okay, so let me share my screen here. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Wonderful. All right. So in terms of what you need to know about doing business in Saudi Arabia, so let me just take you through this presentation. About us is Amazement Co. as a management consulting firm. We are a trusted partner to serve the small and medium businesses. Our scale, scope, and knowledge allows us to provide solutions in timely manner. So we have all kind of services in terms of client confidentiality, strategic advisory, and then multiple expertise in terms of the industry, problem-solving capability. What are the verticals? We provide legal compliance, finance and accounting, business consultancy, technology partners, branding, and also in terms of anything to do with any industry-specific requirements, we can provide. We also have offered services in terms of business setup. This is why we are here today: premium residency, accounting, taxations, GRO, PRO, and the same what I mentioned. All right, what is the golden opportunity in Saudi Arabia? Let me tell you, these are the quick wins. If you really want to take the quick part in what is happening in Saudi Arabia, then these are the three major sectors. One is the hospitality and tourism. The other one is the e-commerce and the logistics, photography and videography for the events, because a lot of things are happening here. Very quickly, in terms of the first one, which is the projects in Medina Munawwara, if you see, there are large developments happening in and around the Masjid an-Nabawi. A lot of hotels are coming up. Large development, which is 47,000 hotel rooms by 2030. Strong focus on the holy city tourism segment and supporting the hospitality growth. And you are all the people who are in Saudi Arabia, they know how much of Ministry of Tourism is taking up the aggressive, rapid development happening in and around Medina Munawwara city. The opportunities for the hotel operations, service providers, accommodation, support services. Now, accommodation support services itself is a mega segment where people can come in and provide multiple services. Coming to Makkah, there are again, if you see, Mashar destination is a mega project which is happening, and it is going to be completed by around 2030. And if you see, 24,000 plus rooms are going to be ready, and the whole from all the way from the railway station till the Haram, which is almost a distance of 3 kilometers, you will have mega projects happening there. Highly relevant for pilgrimage tourism, huge demand. Opportunity, again, the same thing what we saw in Medina Munawwara. Accommodation, gas services, investments in hotel properties. Like recently, you have probably heard or seen the news that you cannot but if somebody is calling. So the opportunity is that you can invest in the companies, invest in companies. You can invest in companies which are in share trading companies, like who are into real estate development in Mecca and Mukarramah. You cannot own a property in Mecca and Mukarramah or in Medina Munawwara, but you can invest in the shares of the companies. Then there is a Red Sea project, which is luxury tourism. Multiple resorts are there. And then opportunity to upscale in terms of hospitality. Am I audible? Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Siraj. Yes, you're audible.
Yeah.
We are listening.
Because there was some disturbance here. Okay.
We mute everyone. We mute everyone, so you can.
Okay. Coming to the Diriyah landmark projects, which are also prime projects are happening there. Somebody is calling me from where, I don't know. Okay. Now coming to the general development, if you see, Saudi Arabia is adding around 320 hotels rooms by 2030. Yeah, this is a mega projects happening in Saudi Arabia. Massive developments are happening. I'm sorry for this. So the opportunities are huge for the hotels and manpower operations. I myself, we provide a lot of manpower for the hotels in Mecca and Medina. Coming to the e-commerce, there is a lot of opportunity in terms of e-commerce. If you see here, there are the number of registered e-commerce businesses in Saudi Arabia grew by 40,953 by quarter 2024, which is 10% year on year. And in terms of e-commerce market is growing at a very high speed. It will reach by around 49 to 50 billion by 2030. If you see right now in Saudi Arabia, Amazon and Noon is expanding their business heavily. And this is a raw market, I would say. This is the right time to enter into e-commerce space. Because if you see other markets like UAE and US, UK, those are all already saturated, but Saudi Arabia is still in the initial stage. So this is a right time for anyone to enter into e-commerce space. Until 2034, it's going to be booming. The digital payment adoption itself, if you see, e-commerce sales in Saudi Arabia reached 69 billion via Mada card. Mada card is a local debit card here. So anything, all the transactions happen through Mada card, which is the local debit card. Itself is 69 billion. And then digital payments, fintech solutions are rapidly scaling for seamless consumers, for transactions. High internet penetration and mobile usage, according to market reports, smartphones and shopping dominates. Vision 2030, it's alignment. E-commerce is a key pillar for Saudi Arabia economic diversification under strategic Vision 2030. The country is aggressively pushing for cashless economy, which supports digital retail. The small and medium enterprises sector has boomed, creating more local e-commerce sellers. So it's a huge opportunity. If you just need to have commercial registration, which is to do the business in e-commerce. If you have your own CR, you can open an account in Noon, Amazon, and start the business. Logistics and infrastructure. The logistics sector is scaling rapidly to support e-commerce, making last mile delivery more efficient. So this is again a logistic and infrastructure warehousing space. This is again a huge opportunity in terms of what is happening in this segment. Key e-commerce business models to explore in Saudi Arabia is marketplace platforms like Amazon and Noon. You can also have your own Shopify or few other platforms. And then direct consumer brands. You can create, today you can import directly from China or from anywhere in the world, bring your own white label products, your own brands, and sell directly to the Saudi consumers. Use local fulfillment warehousing to reduce delivery time. So again, Amazon and few other players are offering fulfillment options for you to get into the market easily. Cross-border e-commerce, international brands can sell into Saudi Arabia and then provide e-commerce agencies like compliance, VAT, localization, e-commerce support services, so accounting, VAT, advisory for e-commerce. So all these are the options available to do the business in e-commerce segment. Yeah. So the strategic opportunities for your business is e-commerce services. Use Amazement Co. as your partner to offer. If you want to set up your e-commerce setup, we can provide you entire setup and we can give you the consultancy on how you can do this. We also provide training for Noon and Amazon, especially for the housewife. We are giving this training. Some of the students from the colleges, they're also taking this training and making their, as a part-time, they're earning already. Cross-border businesses, logistic partnerships we can provide, and tech solutions as well. Yeah, so I will stop here and take questions. If you have any questions, let me take the questions here.
Yes, please. If anybody having questions about Mr. Siraj is so far is explaining about tourism, e-commerce. So if you have anyone who are having the same business, who want to do the business here, who has any doubt, we'll give some 2 to 3 minutes. You can ask you. Yeah, Fazil has a. Please raise your hand. Yes, you can ask. Adam from India, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum salam.
Actually, from yesterday I am raising my hand, but I could not able to ask my question. Okay, fine.
Finally, you got it.
Alhamdulillah, finally I got. Actually, I am an architectural and interior designing contracting we are doing. I'm from India, Chennai.
Okay.
So, is there any opportunity to collaborate with somebody in Saudi Arabia and we can do the business from here? And I'm planning to come there to the Saudi Arabia. And I need to, first of all, I need to collaborate with somebody. Is that possible? My first question is this.
Yes, definitely you can collaborate, and we are all available for you to come forward with your requirements. And there are a lot of partners for you to get collaborated. We ourselves can also collaborate, give you the entire ecosystem, whatever is required for you to get into the market. We are available to collaborate. Okay, it's always win-win approach. Yeah.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Then next question is, how about crypto license in Saudi Arabia? Because I'm doing another business. It is about the blockchain technology. Using of blockchain technology, we are developing the decentralized and secured app like BChat and Billnet, etc., etc. So how about the license for that, and how to start the business there?
In terms of crypto, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, this area is still not legalized here, and there is no currently there is no service in terms of crypto legally.
So in yesterday meeting, you have shared one slide. In that there is a mention like crypto license also we can take.
Crypto license in terms of operating as a crypto business?
Yeah. In initial stage, you have shared one. right? In that column licensing, digital banking and crypto license is there.
Okay, let me check because this we need to check from MISA because we need to check and get it clarified because I don't want to give any information. As
Sure,
far
sure.
as what I know from MISA, still the crypto licensing is not approved
Okay.
by the SAMA, which is the Saudi monetary agency here. It has to be approved. So in case you want to get more clarification, you can get in touch with us and we will provide you this information.
Okay, sir. Sir, in my architectural and interior field, I can get that first year you have said like in the first year that 12,000 real license is free for us. That can be eligible for my company, my firm, right?
Yes, yes, you can.
Okay, okay, fine, sir. Fine, sir. Jazakallah
Yeah.
khair for giving the
But
information.
just to
Yeah,
tell you, I told yesterday the good news that currently the government of Saudi Arabia is giving a leverage in terms of they're not collecting any fees. So the first year fee of 12,000 riyal is not being collected. Today is a time for you to enter. Probably it is a temporary bonus they are giving, but later on it may come back. We don't know. But what I know right now for the renewal and the first year fee is not being charged by MISA.
Okay, for visa we need to pay, right, sir?
Yeah, Visa you have to pay because Visa, if you have somebody who will be here locally, then they will take local transfer. There is no visa charges. But if you are bringing the GM from outside, then you will pay the visa charges is around 12,000 to around 13,000 riyal.
For one person, right?
Yes,
For a year or 2 years?
for 1 year. Every year it has to be renewed.
Okay, okay, okay. Fine, sir.
the first time if you enter, you will get 15 months. Then after that, 12 months.
Yes, that is the 3 months is for the Ikama period. Yes.
They come up with. So
Because
Adam, actually, as per your question, cryptocurrency is not yet legalized in Saudi Arabia. So okay, that's our question already. Mr. Siraj cleared. Mr. Sijar, we'll go to your session. Then
yeah.
we'll have the question and answer session after your speech.
Yeah. So should I continue?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay. Now coming to just to give you a background on how this business is going to be happening, just to tell you, because yesterday I saw a lot of people were asking what is MISA and questions were there. So I thought to cover this one. You're able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. MISA is earlier it was called Sajia and now it is called MISA. So if you want to do any business as a foreign investor, you need to have MISA license. Now there are, very quickly I will go through, you need to have pre-requirement is that you need to have a parent company. If it is a service license, you need to have a parent company, 1 year of audited documents, board of resolutions, passport copy, and all this has to be attested by in the parent company or the parent company country. Yeah. What are the licenses? We have service license, trading license, industrial or manufacturing, real estate, and then there is a professional licenses, which are agriculture, education, and healthcare. Okay. So we will share all this presentation. You can go through this. Applying is through MISA portal. So you can, if you know how to go about the whole process, you can do by yourself, or you can have the agencies who can work for you to do this process. Okay, you will receive digital after you upload, you will get your digital certificate, and you will have, after the license is issued, you will issue your CR from the Ministry of Commerce. Okay, after you get the MISA license, you have CR from the Ministry of Commerce, then local chambers, municipality, which is called Baladia here, Zatka registration, which is Zakat tax and customs, GOSI, which is social insurance, then Muddat. These are the portals, Muddat, Kiwa, these are the few portals here. And then you will have the account opening also. All this process takes roughly around 4 to 6 weeks to finish. Yeah, there is a special requirement for trading license. If you want to go for trading, then there are three requirements from three different countries. You need to have one parent company and then two different companies. And then the capital requirement is 30 million, which is again, it is a requirement to show, but you don't need to really have this 30 million to operate in, and this is within the 5 years. So you need to show that you are having the capital investment within the first 5 years. Okay, and there is a way on how to do this. There are ways and means. So if you approach the right agencies, they will guide you. Yeah. So this is about the MISA, which I wanted to clarify, which was pending from yesterday. If you have any more questions, you can contact me by email. My email is here, and let me take one or two questions as my time is already over.
Yeah, Mr. Muhammad Irfan, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Myself Muhammad Irfan from Delhi. Right now, I am doing the business and procurement and sourcing for international buyer. I have done my degree in Arabic language. And I have been there in Saudi Arabia from 2007 to 2018. I worked there as an area sales manager.
Okay.
Now I am based in India, but I want to come again because everyone want to go there because Makkah, Medina, and all the things. Alhamdulillah. So I want there is a local partner from there, and also some manufacturing items also, because now I'm procurement and sourcing more than 33 items for international buyers. So is there is any
Okay.
possibility to
What
get
is your
any?
question?
My question is, if I want any local partner in Saudi Arabia, so can you help me for that?
Yes, we can provide you the local partnership, local collaboration, whatever support you need. We are here from last 30 years in Saudi Arabia. We are having premium residency. So we can operate any number of businesses on behalf of our partners.
So from 6 years, I am waiting. From 6 months, I am waiting for the multiple exit entry visa, but still I'm didn't get any.
Okay, you can connect with us on email, and because we don't want to take time of others.
Yes.
So you can contact us, and we will definitely help each other, inshallah.
Definitely. Jazakallah khair. Barakallah feek.
Thank you, Muhammad Irfan. Next, one more, Dr. Abdullah. Yes, please unmute yourself and you can talk.
Yes, Assalamu
Please
alaikum. I
start your
hope
questions.
everyone can
Please
hear
start
me.
your questions. Yeah,
Yes,
yes, please
we
go
can
ahead.
hear you.
Yes, actually, Mr. Siraj, given that my background is from healthcare, and I'm looking for an opportunity to start a side business as well in Saudi Arabia. So the thing is, I wanted to ask you, does your company or any of your partners provide the premium residency pathway through the healthcare research pathway for the whitelisted companies' employees?
Definitely. This is if you are into research or if you have done something exceptional, then you have the very clear path based on the portal. If you go to premium residency portal, you will find all the steps are very clearly defined. If you don't understand or you need support, then you can contact us. We will fulfill your requirements. We will take all your requirements, based on the projects you have done, what is the research you have done, how you're going to contribute to the economy of Saudi Arabia in next 10 to 15 years. Based on your case, we can definitely get premium residency. I know a lot of my friends who are professors in the universities. They are into biotechnology. They are into nanotechnology. All the research scholars, almost all of them, they have got their premium residency in last 6 months. I have a lot of my 10 to 15 friends who are professors in the university in King Abdulaziz University, in KFUPM. They have received their premium residency.
So you help in these type of cases processing?
Yes, you can connect with us, and
Okay.
based on your case, it will be processed. It takes between 3 to 4 months. We submit the documents, we upload everything. Within 3 to 4 months, the premium residency will reply to us whether it is accepted or whatever the case is.
Okay, great. And one more thing I wanted to ask Mr. Siraj, what is the scope of e-commerce related to the medical supplies in Saudi Arabia? As well as I'm currently serving as a healthcare finance strategic consultant at one of the leading firms here in Saudi Arabia in collaboration with Aramco. So I
You
wanted
are
to bring this into like my own consultation firm for this, you know. So do you suggest that bringing this after the premium residency would be the best idea, or we should follow the pathways that you have explained earlier in your presentation?
See, it is better always to start your own foreign investment company, because if you have your foreign investment company and then you are supporting with your research and whatever the experiences you are showing, your case will be very strong to get your premium residency.
Okay, so you suggest to have something back in my country or anywhere else, right?
You can have in your country or anywhere in the world as a parent company.
Okay, thank you very much.
Most welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Abdullah. Yes, we would like to ask too many questions, but we have a limit time. So let's conclude this speech. Thank you, Mr. Siraj, for such powerful market insights. Your
Thank you.
expertise is truly valuable to our global community. So here the
Thank
takeaway
you.
notes are: Saudi Arabia welcomes cooperation, especially with the partners who value trust and long-term relationship, hospitality, tourism, e-commerce, and logistics events. So there are too many projects are going on in Western region. E-commerce is booming 10% increase from the past few years. So, and MISA license, that's very important now. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your valuable insight, Mr. Siraj. Now, I would like to invite our second speaker, Mr. Muhammad Azhar Samin, founder and CEO of Delta Bridge Solution Riyadh. He is going to talk about establishing your business in Saudi Arabia. So, his business abroad, exciting. The process demands clarity, clearly and right partnership. Our next specialist has guided numerous entrepreneurs in successfully setting up operations in the kingdom. Let us welcome Mr. Muhammad Azhar Samin, a dynamic entrepreneur helping business turn ambition into operation reality in Saudi Arabia. Let's welcome Mr. Muhammad Azhar.
Hello, everybody. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, please.
Thank you, Mohammed Noor. Thank you, SYPA, for giving this opportunity, and thanks, arranging these sessions as a wonderful sessions, to bring all the parties together. I would really appreciate if the admin can disable the group chat. Actually, it's going to distract many of the speakers and the presentation. My name is Azhar,
Sure.
as Mohammed introduced. Actually, I've been living here for the last 20 years. I'm a CA. I've been working as a CFO. So many of the organizations, starting from mobile telecom here, and then, to work for many family companies and conglomerate. And then I work for PIF and, Public Investment Fund and, as a Kidia project. So let me walk you through a couple of things. And even though my subject is how to set up the business in Saudi Arabia, but I just want to do some justice and give some sort of an insight about Saudi Arabia. Let me share my screen. Hope is visible.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening and wanakam. And because Saudi Arabia is going through a kind of a transformation, because these transformation happening through mainly three pillars. Saudi Arabia is not inviting any investors from rest of the world, without having regulatory reform, so any investments as well as the Giga project or other people empowerment. Saudi Arabia going through these reforms, for all three pillars. So then they are inviting, all the investors from the rest of the world and come and invest with us and participate. And so they actually, the reformation is happening, throughout. and across all the sectors, to reform the entire economy and the country. Yeah, so my main subject here, though, the establishment of a business in Saudi Arabia, I thought of giving a couple of idea about the size of the economy, and just to give a kind of economic overview of Saudi Arabia, as well as the overview of the Giga project and the mega project of Saudi Arabia. Then to go to my subject, just to give kind of an overview for the listeners or the participants. As you may know, probably you would have heard of so many of the speakers, because Saudi Arabia actually, having a GDP of $1.2 trillion, and actually they are going ahead with a growth rate of 3 to 4% over the period, and they have a per capita income of $35,000, and they have a 37 million population. I will come back to these populations. So I have another slide to talk about the populations and demographic factors. So we actually currently run a rate of inflation of 2.1%. I have a couple of slides to discuss about the Giga project. And so all Giga projects put together, so there is a pipeline of $3 trillion Giga projects, lined up for that. And so what Saudi Arabia actually pushing and towards non-oil economy, and they have themselves set a kind of a KPI. 65% of they actually want to target, non-oil economy, 65% and above by 2030. Talking about the economic overview and especially the key growing sectors, as some of the member speakers actually highlighted, tourism and entertainment is a growing sector, and real estate and construction are the sector. Manufacturing and industry and technology and digital economy and logistic and supply chain and healthcare and education. These are primarily, these are growing sectors because these are value chain. If you really see whatever the developments that's taking place now, and these are part and parcel of the value chain of all the initiatives taken by, initiated by Saudi Arabian government. Just to give kind of an overview of demographic factors, it has got roughly 37 million, and Saudi national 58%, and non-Saudi is 42%. You can see almost equal to 50%. Now that, because they are leveraging and they're relaxing a lot of laws and regulation, and I hope that in the non-Saudi will reach to 50%. One other key factor here is most of this Saudi rather population is towards urbanization is happening, and 92% of the population is in the urban main cities and and surrounding cities and all that. So as you can see, 60% of the population is in the main three cities, circling around the main three cities: Riyadh, Makkah, Eastern Province. And one other asset is actually what I want to highlight is, the consumer demand actually driven by the 75% or 70% of under 35 years old, young population. They have their lifestyle is, tech-savvy lifestyle, and, basically driven different type of consumer consumption. One other important factor is because you need to see the average ticket size of these consumers, and, so it's fairly high. And so it's giving a lot of opportunities, for anyone to any trade, and they're coming into Saudi Arabia. Just to give kind of an overview of the Giga project. Mohammed, am I audible and is fine, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah, we are listening. Yes.
Just to give kind of an overview of the Giga project that is happening across Saudi Arabia, I don't have time to go through individually all of them, but I will just try to, to catch a couple of things here, or rather go deeper into the couple of Giga projects. And as you can see, Riyadh region alone, there are 10 Giga projects. Of course, there are some mega projects happening, but they are not listed here. And the Western regions, there are about 16 projects. And, other regions, there are 4. And there are national level, there are projects happening here. So as you can see, the Riyadh region, this is one of the company that I work for. I work for this company for 3 years. And so this is just to want to give a kind of a magnitude of this kind of project, because people say about Giga project, but I don't think I don't know, maybe very few understand the magnitude of these projects, the size of the project. We are actually building a city, actually 45 minutes from Riyadh, center of Riyadh, and towards the southwest of the Riyadh. And it's almost twice the size of Paris, or rather you can put into a context where half of Singapore. And this has got 25 districts. And so we actually planned by the time I was there, because I resigned about 3 months back, 2 to 3 months back, yes. And because by that time we have been activating nine districts out of this. And you can see the size of this is, when you say twice the size of Paris, it's huge, right? And just to give some sort of idea about the Qiddiya city key assets. So there are plenty of assets coming up in Qiddiya city. So Six Flags is one of the key assets. So, it has got 28 rides, and where the Aqua Arabia is another one. And this is, so just to give an idea about the Six Flags and Aqua Arabia is within one district. And then in that particular district, and we have many other assets as well, but I not highlighted here. Aqua Arabia is it actually featured in 22 rides. And then the Dragon Ball theme park and Speed Park, F1 tracks. F1 tracks we haven't seen the F1 track design is one of a kind, actually. I would say if you take all key assets, one of a kind in the world, and we haven't seen it. And you can see the Prince Mohammed bin Salman Stadium is in the top of the upper plateau, and the walls and the ceiling or the roof, everything movable, extendable. You can convert it to different requirement, based on it's a mixed use of the stadium. So it's not only for the just to play football, and we can convert to arena, many other requirements, marketing campaign, many other things. We can convert. It is more or less, a modern, state-of-the-art, one of a kind stadium here. We're building here in Qiddiya by the name of Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Then we have the gaming and e-sport district. Actually, the gaming and e-sport is actually taking a huge share. Is growing. Is growing quarter to quarter by double digit. And so they are actually very much addicted here, the esports and the gaming and esports. So it is one of the sector. And we have allocated one separate district for that. So you can imagine the priority that is being given, for those gaming and esport domain. This is another project happening in Riyadh. I'm still in the Riyadh region, and this is the new Murabba. It is actually labeled as new modern downtown. Actually, it's considered 19 square kilometer, and this particular the Muqab. The Muqab is 400 meters high and 400 meters length and 4 meters width. So it has considered many things there. So I don't have time to go through everything here. And it's integrating 104,000 home, 9,000 hotel rooms, and the retail, green spaces. It's basically redefined the Riyadh's urban future. This is the modern downtown of future Riyadh. And this is another key assets, actually, not another project, Giga project, a King Salman Park, actually. This is in the epicenter of Riyadh. It's happening towards adjacent to my house as well. My house is closer to this. And so covering, 70 square kilometer. Originally, this place was the old airport and converted into King Salman Park. And they actually got the surrounding areas, looking at the requirement and all the concepts and stuff. And now it has got, coverage of 70 square kilometer. If you really take this Riyadh, this is the epicenter of Riyadh, and it's spreading across. It's a huge green park, and consists of many, many things, actually. So you can see what you can bring into a 70 square kilometer radius coverage. So this is put into another context for anyone to compare with. This is bigger than New York, the Central Park. Okay, so in the Western region, I may not go through all the project, but I will try to cover a couple of projects. This is also to give you a kind of a context. Everybody is talking about Giga project, and what is the size of this Giga project? Because all the economic developments, activities happening, adjacent to these Giga projects. So whatever the things, whoever coming into Saudi Arabia, and they are going to be part and parcel of this value chain. So you got to understand where these giga projects are happening, or mega projects are happening, and how can I be, part and parcel of that value chain and serving those, those projects. So as you can see, these projects having different stages, right? So I can just speak about Kidya for that matter, since I work there. So different time of the year or the stage, we go through the design, right? So we have full of designers, from North America to America to Europe and many parts of the world, and top-notch designers that we get engaged. And we have consortium of designers, and then we go through from the briefing to the concept to the master plan to to the execution plan, everything, and from region to the city to the district to the key asset to the precinct. So you can see the levels of depth and width of the capacity, the bandwidth of the design they are going through. So now let me give you kind of an idea about NEOM. I think most of the people have heard of NEOM. NEOM is by itself, by itself is a city equivalent to Belgium, I would say, to the size of. It's 26,500 square kilometer, right? So it's not something it's easy. And also one other thing that I just want you all to understand, I think most of the people, 2030 is a vision, and underpinned by the list of powerful programs and initiated by the government, right? So government entities or ministries or whatever it is, you can call it. But it does not mean all the projects going to end by 2030. Okay, so 2030, some of the projects we might have a kind of a construction stage, So just to give you kind of an idea for the Kidya for that matter, and Kidya, end of this year, we will have a soft launch for Six Flags. This is one key assets. And then next year, first quarter, we will have a soft launch for Aqua Arabia, which is a world theme park. And then, these are multi-generational projects. You got to understand this. So if I remember right, Kidya, we actually forecasted, to finish Kidya, the entire Kidya project to be finished. It will be by 2065. So you don't put into a kind of an understanding where you going to have 2030 everything finished. No. 2030 is a vision underpinned by these kind of initiative and programs. You got to understand that. And these particular initiatives, we are going to take it forward all the way and until the destination, right? So NEOM itself, just coming back to NEOM, you can see NEOM has got, as at the moment, there are sub-projects. And probably, you would have heard of Trojana, many other projects, even the line and, Singala. And line is one of the famous. It is one of the sub-projects inside NEOM. Got to understand that, right? So if you take Magna, and under that, the down I have shown around 12 projects, it's sub-project under Magna. So there are 5 projects I have shown. There's a sub-project under NEOM. Those are giga projects. And under that, and under Magna projects, there are 12 sub-projects. So you can understand the magnitude of this project, right? So these are not something that they are planning to finish by 2030, but some of the phases will be finished. Some of the key assets will be over, because that's how they are building, the entire economy, entire nation, right? So it is a multi-generational, as I said, it's a multi-generational project. Let me give you kind of an overview of other things like, what is actually happening. There are 6 economic zones happening, targeting, specializing different requirement, different domain, be it logistics, be it technology, be it cloud computing, anything that you to support the economy at large, right? So then, just to give you kind of an idea about Roshan Group, because basically they've been named as labeled as a champion of of the real estate and bringing life to the people and are providing 400,000 plus houses, and they are into the commercial business as well now. It's almost like Emaar of Saudi Arabia, UAE. So they are actually expanding a huge lot. And just to give you kind of an idea, so the model actually they are coming out in the Merafi of Jeddah by Roshan is about, they're providing 130,000 homes, residents in that area. And then, then supported by National Housing Company, so National Housing Company is another residential arm of Saudi Arabia. Actually, you can see this, the breadth and width of, so their distributions where all the projects are happening, right? And these are major transport and well-being and infrastructure projects. Just to give why I'm actually covering all those things, it's not about you take one particular project, and it's not about Saudi Arabia is actually reforming every element of that is required by the economy, and they have a roadmap to travel. So they are moving towards that. So they cannot look into one area and to keep rest of the things under the bed. So basically they are empowering and activating all the elements that is required for an economy to grow, economy to thrive, economy to prosper. So while reforming their rules and regulation, while reforming and their laws and relaxing, and because empower and building these projects and investing into these projects, infrastructure, and and many other projects, and they are at the same time they are empowering you and me, and empowering the people, empowering the women, empowering everyone across. And because this is what they are doing it actually. So because it's well balanced plan, initiated by Saudi government under the leadership of His Royal Highness Mohammed bin Salman. So this is just to give kind of an overview of the stadium infrastructure. So these are world-class multi-purpose venues. So that's why I said these venues are not only for soccer. These are multi-purpose venues because you can bring it to arena or many other things. You can have events, giga events, and all that. You can have it for all those things. That's how they are actually conceptualizing it. And you can see because there is Asian Cup happening in 2027, and so they can easily accommodate, and they are actually throwing money across. And it is not concentrated only in Riyadh, and as you can see here, it across the country. And this is another company that I work for. This, in fact, is a 100% owned subsidiary of Hidya. So I have basically worked into this in the operation readiness part of the 7 as well. So I can see because this is they have this 7, and this is locally all entertainment destinations, and for across 14 sites. All right, now I'll go to my area because Delta Beach. Okay. Delta Beach is a fractional CFO, CTO company. It's a boutique consultancy firm. I myself is a CA. I'm a premium residence holder. And I've been working here, as a CFO, finance director, and VP finance and all that. So many companies here across Saudi Arabia. And we actually now we have embarked on, along with my tech partner, embarked on, a company here called Delta Beach. So Delta Beach, one of the domain is actually we enable Saudi business setup, but our actually what basically we do, it is not about we are getting the MISA license and CR and all that. It's not something that we don't stop by that. We actually give A to Z actually. Excuse me. Sorry. So we actually give A to Z the requirements, for any investors to come into Saudi Arabia, whenever they want to expand their business into Saudi Arabia. So we are there to handhold them, take their journey along with us. So we have a CPA firm, lawyers, and all those firms so integrated with us. We have a good network of investors as well, and family businesses as well. So I don't know, somebody is scratching on the screen. Anyway, all right. So why Saudi Arabia, as I mentioned here, is a 2030 opportunities, 100% ownership, a strategic advantage, stable and growing economy, stable. Yeah. So these are the things. And what we do basically, we actually we help those people to investor licensing, but before we get into investor licensing, we actually sit with the investor or the business owner, and we are listening to them, what exactly his business model is. So, there are restricted area and where you cannot get license for. like trading and all that. But you can work, there are workaround solutions that you can we can find it actually. So it all depends on the way in which that particular investor wants to operate in Saudi Arabia. So it is all depends on all about this business model, right? So we will because now say for example, and there was a MEP partner, a company who want to expand into Saudi Arabia, and we basically, this is MEP, a company that we actually collaborated. We got a partner for him, and to collaborate. It's a construction company, is from Dammam, and is a big company, and we got him, to collaborate with that particular company. And MEP is a good alignment to that particular company, so they're happy and they are starting their journey with that. So another thing is actually the furniture business is one of the company who actually approach us and they won't expand. But you know that trading activities cannot be done in a selected area. So trading activities is restricted, basically restricted in the sense because they actually want to protect the local SMEs. And because of that, and they have put a kind of a requirement, prerequisites over 30 million over a 5-year period. Now, but there are a lot of things could be done. Like, it's about how you try to optimize how to optimize your business, by complying with the rules and regulation here. So by complying with it, it's not something that you try to deviate, it's not something that, to go around it. No. So you have a number of ways to get your business arranged and doing it properly, right? So basically for the importation of so these furniture businesses, they have been, pioneers in other parts of the world and where they want to do. And they are actually, these people are providing, furnitures for the offices and giga projects and all that. But they cannot import and distribute it because without having the 30 million license. But they themselves can, available as a service, service provider, designing and, for the supporting and consulting for the furniture. So we have a different arrangement for that, so how we are going to do around it, because we get another Saudi partner and getting the Saudi company that to import, and we'll find ways and means, to work this around, but while compliant to the rules and regulation of the country. We have to respect that. So we basically here provide the company incorporation, PRO, we have services, bank account, and regulatory compliances. Regulatory compliance is one of the factors I think probably you would have heard from other speakers as well. And so depending on the domain that you are getting in, because there are different regulatory requirements that you need to go by. Say, for example, if you want to get into a restaurant businesses, so we recently helped one of the cafes here, because where they need to, if they really want to get in, they need to get a license for SFDA as well. SFDA as well, so Saudi Food and Drugs Authority as well, in addition to the other license that they want to get as a normal businesses. So depending on the domain of the businesses, we had to get other regulatory requirements and compliances as well. So that is what regulatory compliances that I'm talking about here. And so how it works, basically, pre-licensing is about, we understand the customer, or we understand the needs, we understand the business model, and we actually list out what are the prerequisites. So as you probably would have heard of, there are the attestations to be done, so most of your documentation in your local Saudi embassy, and we can help you out on that. Then the power of attorney. So, and most importantly is about to understand your needs. What do you want to do here in Saudi Arabia? Because Saudi Arabia has got many things, but you are coming to expand from your domain, right? So it's not something that you want to do everything that is available, but you have expertise and you have a domain of specialty, and you want to come through that domain. You have a company existing setup and you want to expand that operation to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is so huge and a lot of opportunities, but it's about how you're going to target and how you're going to enter Saudi Arabia and what is the means. So we need to understand this properly, and then we put a business model all together, and we prepare a business model plan, many other prerequisites, and we get the customer to understand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is it. And if you don't comply with these things, it doesn't work for you, because it's no point of wasting time here. But it's not something that it is every Tom, Dick, and Harry can do anything they want here. It is about exactly the domain specialty that you are going to bring here. That's what Saudi Arabia will come here. So having said that, so company incorporation, I think you can go ahead with these things. In addition to this, post go live, we support go to market and many other things actually. So post go to support, post go live support, and we provide the bookkeeping and all the regulatory requirements, and there are a lot of things that you need to comply with, and corporate income tax, and and many other things, and even VAT filing and all that. We help those people because we are integrated with CPA firm as well. Yeah, we can get the audit done here for you all, and we can do many things, and we have a regulator team, and we have lawyers and stuff. So we have very reputed people actually. So but we may not get into that level without giving you the free consultation. We get you to understand this is what it is. We understand your requirement, and then we actually put it a workaround, a solution. If you want to go ahead with that, yes, we can go ahead and we can handhold you and throughout your journey entering Saudi Arabia. Having said that, so one other point that I just want to highlight, there is the companies who are actually owning here, or are they, assume that you get a MISA license and you register a company, and you will be subject to 20% income tax. Now, how this income, we are not calling here zakat here for the foreigners, including me, you, and we will be, even though you have premium residency, even though you have MISA license, still you are a foreigner and subject to certain amount of taxation. And so there are certain tax rules. It's governed by income tax, so of Zatka. And so if you have a local partner here, assume there is a 1/3 of your business owned by a local partner, and you own 2/3 of the business. How it works, for the 1/3 of the profit or the business activities will be calculated separately for your under zakat calculation. Your share of profit will be calculated on the income tax regulation. That's how it works, because so same statement of accounts, same company profit, but two governance of tax regulation. That's how it works, just to give you kind of an idea for you. But because don't waste your time asking detailed questions on this, because it is a different session, different session we had to take you through and make you to understand. If anybody asking about the tax, it's a different session altogether, So all right. So we give the bookkeeping and payroll, and as said, the office addresses and stuff and all that. Yeah, this is all about it. And yes, if there's any questions, I'm happy to take it up. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Muhammad Azhar, and your sharing your experience about the current markets, how we have to establish our business and set up in Saudi Arabia. Again, you were explaining about the transformation, Saudi Arabia transformation, and mega giga products, which is going on around the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Today morning, I have explained about the oil and gas mega giga projects in my sector. So apart from that, even previous speaker, Mr. Siraj, also explained the same thing about the growth in Saudi Arabia in real estate, sports, airlines, hospitality, tourism, entertainment, e-commerce, and logistics. So this all showing about that the Saudi Arabia is going the other path. It's opened the other door. It's not only depending upon oil anymore. So, and one more thing, you explain about consumer statistics are really mind-blowing notes. Really appreciated. It's not only about mega giga projects in Saudi Arabia, it's gonna set a world record. So that is important. I just want to highlight in your speech. So that's really appreciated. Once again, MISA license is everywhere. Now we have to set up our own, and we can be the owner. But as you said, still we are the foreigners. Thanks a lot, Mr. Muhammad Azhar. I will invite someone. If anybody having questions, let us raise your hand. Raise your hand and unmute yourself to talk. Yes, Mr. Jawad.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum. I am Jawad from Chennai. My question to the host, if we are a OEM producing footwear, do you think that I need to just export it to the market in Saudi, or do I have to find my business partner there who can pick my products from here and sell it locally?
Jawad, thanks. I think it is almost like, see, when trading activities, you can do it, but if you are ready to invest 30 million as a capital over a 5-year period, that you need to understand. But why Saudi government doing this, imposing this, and in fact, they want to protect the SMEs in the local, right? So they want to protect, that's their duty. So we need to respect that. So one other thing, actually, how you're going to do it, because there are ways around you can do it. You basically have a kind of a service related officers, maybe a designing of, you said footwear, I guess, if I recall it right, footwear, I guess. So you can put a different sales agency or many other things, work around it, and then you can get the client or your wholesaler or a B2B wholesaler to import directly. Your company cannot directly import. So you don't have that license to import. So because unless you pay 30 million. So now, if you get a Saudi partner, whether it's going to get a kind of relaxation, yes, but just 3 million. So then you need 27 million. But still, it doesn't make sense, right? So if you are not going to put 30 million, then it's kind of you need to find a way how you're going to offer as a service oriented, related to your domain, service oriented. I hope you hear me correctly. It's a service related. How that's the way that you need to offer. Then you need to get your client to import the things. So you find your clients or B2B or wholesalers, you can get the client, to import directly. So you can do your sales and you can export from there as well. Hope it's clear.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I think he muted himself. Thank you, Mr. Azhar. So let's move to our next session. We have some time limits. Thanks for your
No problem.
speech. Once again, appreciated. Before going to the next speaker, we will play some video about SIPEC. Yeah, please play the video, please. Admin, please play the video.
Admin.
Thank you. Thanks for the video. So you have seen that in 3 days, 30 plus speakers. They're not just as speakers. They're the leaders in globally from Saudi Arabia and around the world. They are doing a business here. So and you can get a 300 plus ideas from this speech. So now let's move on to our next speaker, Mr. Mir Ahmad Ali Shaji, CEO, co-founder of CyberLife Solution Private Limited India and Saudi Arabia, is going to talk about emerging technology business success in Saudi market. Saudi Arabia is rapidly becoming a global hub for artificial intelligence, cyber security, and digital transformation. Our next speaker has been at the forefront of technology solution, bridging India and Saudi Arabia. Let us welcome our technopreneur, Mr. Mir Ahmad Ali Shaji, to discuss how emerging technology are shaping business success in Saudi market. Let's welcome. Please, Mr. Mir Ahmad Ali.
The voice not clear, brother. Yes. Yes.
Make him spotlight. Make him spotlight.
Yeah.
Fine. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. And let's begin by just, appreciating the efforts being made by SYPA and SIBEC for arranging this for the benefit of all the people from our community and also from other communities who are joining here. And everybody are welcome. And its current focus, as we know, it's for the entrepreneurs and for the businessmen. But also we know that most likely 80 to 90% of our audience are effectively the Gen Z and people who are students, are aspiring entrepreneurs. They might not be the businessmen yet. So all of you are welcome, and we are going to just cover a very hot topic today as part of this presentation. Initially, I was targeting to cover comprehensively the strategy, the regulation, the funding, and market entry, and all of that. But mashallah, most of the speakers who have covered their respective topics, they have done more than the justification needed for those topics. So what we are going to cover today is some of my learnings from 30 years of my experience into cybersecurity and IT domain, and the technology, as well as the management and leadership learnings, as well as the entrepreneurial journey that I have covered so far. It's going to be a lot of learning that I'd like to share. And apart from that, what we have seen is the main technology areas that are very important for the Saudi market. Those are the areas that we are going to cover. And with this, I'll just begin with my introduction. I'm Mir Ahmad Ali Shaji, and I'm currently based out of Hyderabad, and I travel very frequently to Saudi Arabia. And last week I was in Qatar. Alhamdulillah, I've been with the delegation of our Minister of Minister of Commerce and Industries, Mr. Piyush Goyal, and a select delegation of businessmen. Alhamdulillah, it was a lot of learning on how the Qatar's economy is also opening. It was, although I have been almost 18 years into Saudi Arabia, Qatar being just next to it, it was my first visit there, and that too with a huge delegation and a lot of activities that we are planning to expand there. So we are based out of India, and we are planning to expand into GCC and other countries. We do have presence and active pursuit of opportunities and across the world, starting from California to Texas, Europe and GCC countries, and Australia and New Zealand as well. We do have 65 partners across the globe in these regions, and we do have a lot of active and senior talent, IIT grade talent, as well as the senior PhDs, which are top 2% on AI, as well as distinguished scholars and researchers who have done research publications, more than 100 publications on serious topics in emerging technologies. So with this humble introduction, I'd like to also explain the experience that we have in terms of the AI. We have delivered some interesting projects for our US clients, and we are actively, working on a product that's about to be launched, which is for the, matchmaking using AI. It's going to be a competitor for Shadi.com, but with the AI power. And it's going to be a very useful tool for the community who are focused on finding the right match. They don't have to go to the newspapers anymore, inshallah. And we'll try to make sure that our implementation will be secure and with privacy built in. And with this, I have been into various projects over the last 30 years. I have been the CISO for KFUPM, and which is um, the top university in Saudi Arabia. I've been blessed with the opportunity by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to do my master's degree there. And then I've been working for almost 17 years into Saudi Arabia and KFUPM. I was the CISO there before I moved on to Accenture. In Accenture, we did the world's biggest deployment of uh, the cybersecurity heart, as we call it, for the security information and event management system, which is which was done with with the technology called Oxide, and it turned out to be the world's biggest deployment for that particular implementation. And then Accenture turned out to be the world's biggest cybersecurity consulting company over a period of time. And alhamdulillah, I led many projects there. And then I started my own cybersecurity company after completing some more projects. The world's second largest BFSI client in Europe. We did the application security assurance and DevSecOps. I'm explaining these things because, when I talk about the emerging technologies that are being in demand, you'll be able to correlate some of the stuff and then get back to me using the QR code here. You can just connect with us on LinkedIn, and then if you want to collaborate, you're more than welcome to connect. Or if you want to have some help, we'll be we'll try our best to find some time to help and guide you. So with this basic introduction, we have also covered some of the for the world's second largest appliance manufacturer called Electrolux. We have done the cloud security assurance for governance for them, and have been the CISO for Dabur as well, for helping them with the cybersecurity. So with this small, in fact, a bit elaborate introduction, I would like to move on with the next slide. Okay. Okay. So bear with me, the slides are loading a bit slow. Okay. Are you seeing the agenda now? Okay. So basically, we are going to touch on the Saudi landscape and what are the government priorities on these emerging technologies, and then we'll touch upon some of these emerging technologies a bit, and then focus more on the deep dive through the question and answer sessions. So rather than just draining all the slides, we'll be skipping this the sections 3, 4, and 5, and then just cover the practical do's and don'ts, because the sections that we are going to skip, as I said, they have been given due coverage by our fellow panelists and speakers. Okay, so now, as we know, the current time, as many of our speakers have mentioned, Saudi Arabia has been a golden place for various reasons. Many people want to go and work there because it's the country has its own special place in our heart because of having our Haramain and Sharifain as part of that country. We find it easier to just work there and then go for Umrah and Hajj while working. It's much easier. So I have enjoyed that. And most of you who are either already there or you're just aspiring to go there, that's the big plus. But apart from that, Saudi Arabia is blessed with the oil economy, and that has been a big blessing, which they are now utilizing to fund the diversification to technologies that will expand their economy to different areas and diversify it. So with the ambitious Vision 2030, this diversification and digitalization is on the top of the agenda. And then we have massive organized effort that's happening by channeling the entire savings and fund through the PIF, and it's being used to fund the entire set of priorities. Now, with this, we'll just skip to the next slide, and then we have this the fund itself for AI, as per the recent Reuters report, $40 billion of investment just for AI itself. That's huge, huge, and huge. Now, what we need to do, if you are aspiring to be an entrepreneur or a businessman, or if you are a student, stick to the latest and emerging technologies, learn them. If you are already a graduate student who's done with the graduation, you can enroll in some of the universities in Saudi Arabia. That will be a good starting point for you to build or begin your entrepreneurial journey right in Saudi Arabia itself. That way, you'll do some projects within the universities there and then be part of the startup ecosystem. Okay. And if you are already an entrepreneur, or if you are aspiring to be an entrepreneur, you can, get started by connecting with people who have already, spent decades. Like most of our fellow speakers have been mentioning that, it's a special market, whether it's a special, business culture. What we need to understand is, in order to be successful in that market, it's not one size fits all. Anything that works in Dubai or UAE or other countries or US or Europe may not work here. Here, you need to be an expert in the area. You need to have a very strong product or service, but also you need to align yourself with people who are, having a right level of trust built based on their delivery over the period of decades. So trust doesn't come overnight. On many projects, you will expect you to see that the requirements itself says that you need to have certain number of years of experience, certain number of uh, you know balance sheet, and various other expectations that is obviously required for such critical projects. So when we are talking about the Saudi Arabia's priority list, there is definitely a focus on building local cloud, presence. So big companies like Google is already there. AWS, Amazon AWS, and Azure is expected to be there by 2026 or a little later. They are in the process of paperwork and various other, you know, uh, requirements to enter the market. And then, various other big players like SAP is already there, China's Huawei is there, and various other, cloud and data center services are expanding over there. Now, on the AI front, uh, Saudi Arabia, as we just discussed, it's that AI is not something that you want to just take as, something as optional. As the IT Minister, His Excellency Dr. Abdullah Swaha has mentioned in one of the talks that he gave recently, he said, if somebody is not going to be expert in AI, they will be left behind. That's the gist of his message. So AI is not optional. It's not in Saudi Arabia, it's everywhere. AI is just like, if you are an engineer, earlier you used to, I remember my father being an engineer, he used to use some manual methods to do calculations for his civil engineering things. But then the calculators came and people adopted it to do things faster. Now, AI is a similar technology that you cannot avoid. It's just like a calculator, it's just like a, computer or, mobile of their own times. If you just miss getting yourself up to speed on it, you'll be left behind. Then you have the other priorities by the market, which is the healthcare digitization or Industry X.0. in general, as we call it in our Accenture terminology that during my Accenture days, which is the transformation of not just the computer-related stuff, but also the business process and manufacturing and the physical stuff through the advanced latest technologies that are coming up and migrating them to the digital world. So having that digital transformation comes with its own risk. So cybersecurity is the center of the requirements. So there are huge sets of requirements that that have come up globally, like GDPR in Europe, numerous requirements in US, and in Saudi Arabia you have for the data privacy, you have the PDPL requirement for general cybersecurity essential controls, the basic ones. You have the NCA's ECC and so on, which we'll cover. So having secure networks and building technologies related to cybersecurity is again on the priority list for Saudi government. So the expectation is you bring your expertise, bring your products, either in terms of services or products, you bring that expertise and make it localized for the Saudi market. Okay. Then you have another focus area, which is the smart city technologies, wherein uh, you know, as we have seen the new initiatives that are happening, even in India, like Hyderabad, is moving towards a smart city project, small scale. In Saudi Arabia, it's happening at the country level, with big projects like Qiddiya, like NEOM, and various others happening at huge, investments. Although the NEOM's project has been downsized for some time, still it's an interesting thing for us to understand that that's also one of the priority areas. Then you have the renewable technology controls and so on. Now let's have a deeper look at the stuff that we have talked about, the AI, the generative AI, MLOps, and then you have the agentic AI that we are talking about now. So if you are working on AI and if you have a product, you can begin by doing a small scale POC for it, and then also try to market it in the Saudi market by just aligning yourself with some of the players who already have their decades of trust-based relationship within the market, because here the expectation is how many of the projects over the past decades you have successfully completed, how many of the projects have you lived up to your word. So as one example that I give for some of my mentees is, one of my relatives started a company. I asked him, how do you get such big projects one after another? He said, it's built over decades of trust. So he said, I have delivered one project, lived up to my word. In some cases there were, losses, but still he delivered based on whatever he committed to. Then the second project, then the third project, and so on. And over a period of, years and decades, you build that trust, after which you will have your name in the market. So once you are, once you make up your mind to enter this market, the first thing that you need to do is align with someone who has already developed the trust. They will definitely vet you in terms of whether you are, suitable to be their partners. And then if you are worth being a partner with them, like, many panelists on the speakers list here, some of them are really doing good work in terms of having a long journey of success based on trust. So align with one of them. Even we do have a lot of active projects in pursuit. Align with any of us and try to sense the market. As one of the youngster on one of the calls yesterday, he said, how do I test the waters? And for anybody who wants to enter the market, I would strongly advise you to test the waters first. Get familiar and then enter. Okay. And how do you do that? You align with the people who are already there. Sometimes you might just have your own connections that are already strong enough for you to start testing the waters. So begin with that and then, expand. Now, apart from AI, in terms of cloud and edge computing, there's a huge demand, and data centers are being set up in Saudi Arabia. There are specific economic zones being set up for different areas. Like for logistics, there is a specific area designated for special economic zone and so on. For different sectors, there are different zones. But for IT, the good news is the entire country can be utilized. You can set up your office anywhere and be part of that, blessed opportunity, and start testing the waters by starting there. And then cybersecurity, we have been in this area for the past 30 years. Then I have seen many other people who are working in Saudi Arabia. They are doing really, really good job. Align with one of them. And, if you have, passion for this area, that's the right field for you. Because with AI, many simpler fields are going to be eaten up by AI itself. So you need to be enough. You need to be well versed with AI, have some level of expertise in AI, but also have a relatively complex field like cybersecurity, like various other things, that are there. You just stick to one additional field and become an expert in that, and that's another recipe for success. So not just AI, but some more stuff. And I would personally say that, as my own personal experience, I have focused on cybersecurity and then to cloud and then to AI as AI became more popular, especially after the advent of generic AI and then the agentic AI. The more you are sticking to the emerging technologies, the more you have a faster road to success. If you are sticking to the super saturated fields, you are kind of slowing yourself down. But on the other side, as one of the speakers have said yesterday, even for clothing business, there are huge opportunities. So there's no discouraging other fields. But if you are passionate about the IT and you are already into IT, and then you want to focus on the next generation technologies, you are most welcome to to begin in the right direction on the right areas. So instead of stepping into 10 different areas, begin with one, make your mark, and then expand further. Okay. Then the IoT that we talked about, the smart cities projects and various other stuff. We are doing, in fact, we are beginning to receive some requirements from some of our clients for these projects as well. In terms of healthcare, we do have just 2 days back, we have submitted one application for next generation healthcare related product that we are going to begin if we are selected as the shortlisted vendor. Now, in terms of fintech, again, that's a hot field that many people focus on. One good news for Indians is that people who have been using UPI, and if you are into the APIs and payment gateway related work, fintech is going to catch up. Just 2 weeks back, our Commerce and Industries Minister made an announcement in Qatar that Qatar is beginning to adopt the UPI that's being used in India, and India is going to have that. This thing might be expanded to other GCC countries as well. So stay tuned for and equip yourself if you are into that field. become experts in the payment gateway integrations. And, if you have any product in mind on the fintech side, I mean, it's worth trying as well. Okay. And then you have the robotics and automation and stuff. Now, what we are trying to do is, if you see the next slides, in AI, we pretty much explained very well about it. Some of the use cases that we want to talk about here is a combination of stuff. So you might have the IoT devices as well as the predictive capability of AI and data analytics and so on, for predicting the maintenance required in oil and gas fields and so on. Okay, and that's one of the niche areas that you can expect to begin. Now the thing is, I'll also would like to make very clear that when you are entering into this area, you are effectively competing against all the competitors in the market. And Saudi Arabia currently is the center of attraction
Mr.
for.
Mr. Mir Sazi, sorry to interrupt you. I think we exited the time already. So the
Okay,
next
so
speaker is awaiting, and kindly conclude in 2 to 3 minutes, please.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So
Thank you.
we have pretty much covered that. Thank you so much. I'll conclude it in 2 minutes. So in AI, we have covered pretty much the other stuff we have covered. I'll just focus on the do's and don'ts towards the end of the slide. So we have covered most of the technologies, and feel free to reach out to us if you have any specific, you know, discussions around these areas. And skipping the stuff that's already covered by many other speakers. So in terms of do's and don'ts, most of the people that focus on Saudi Arabia market or any other market within the GCC, especially from India, I'd like to advise them to think win-win. Okay, when you are entering that market, try to make sure that for you to be a successful person, you need to deliver a value to the market that you're entering in. So if you are able to, make a good business and also train the local resources and help them become successful in their jobs, that's the value you are adding as an Indian to that community. So be very helpful and helping the local community follow all the rules and regulations. Requirements are very strict. The rest of the do's and don'ts I'll skip. You might have already read it. I'll hand it over back to the coordinator to take the next steps. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shazi. We would like to hear from him a lot because we need expertise from you. That's why we are arranging this business conclave. And the important thing now, cybersecurity and AI digital are very important. We will have a separate session for this topic. We cannot conclude, we cannot explain everything in 20-30 minutes. It's not possible at all, but still you have covered a lot. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. As I
Thank
told
you.
you, Saudi Arabia is rapidly becoming a global hub for artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and digital transformation. And you explain a lot about iCloud, AI, ML solution, which is already available in Saudi Arabia everywhere. And you mentioned in an important word, now at this current situation generation, AI is not an optional. Okay, it's a mandatory. It's everywhere in our life. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot once again for sharing your knowledge and power pack this event. So let's move to the next speaker,
Thank you.
Mr. Madhavan Sundaraj, Finance Portfolio Manager, Riyadh Bank, and he is also entrepreneur. You know what? Financial guidance is the backbone of business success. Without that, no one can do any business. Our next generation, our next expert is going to excel in navigating banking, regulatory frameworks, and business approvals in the kingdom. And he is going to talk about the process to start business opportunities in Saudi Arabia. And he will explain about the rules and regulatory about the finance framework and banking sectors. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Madhavan Sundarajan to share practical pathway to initiate profitable ventures in Saudi Arabia. Let's welcome Mr. Madhavan.
Thank you, Mohammed Noor. Am I audible and clear for everyone?
Yes, yes, it's clear. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. Please confirm once you are able to see my screen.
Yes.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening to all. Myself, Madhavan. As part of my session, just I'm going to give you a brief intro of how to start business in Saudi. I heard most of the people gave the explanation of lot of details about this one. I will add more points on this subject. Let me go through very quickly because we have a lot of sessions behind me and the time is running a lot. So just a quick intro about me. Myself, Madhavan, being experienced in banking finance domain, more than 22 years in Saudi Arabia. I am being as a past president Riyadh Indian Association, Riyadh Tamil Toastmaster, current joint secretary of Riyadh Tamil Sangam, and a member of RISE, GTAP, and a lot. So I am director of Core 9 Solutions. It's an IT venture. Mainly we are doing IoT, RFID automation. Any subjects related to IT venture, you may talk end of the session. And added to that, I am a partner of Chola Restaurant. It's one of the reputed restaurant in Saudi Arabia. And additionally, I'm an option writer and used to give a training for the Indian trading markets, especially for the friends and family who were wishing to know about the market standards. Let's go inside of today's session. This is the agenda of today's my topic. Before going into the topic, we need to know why we need to come into Saudi Arabia. That is a biggest question. Without having an answer for this one, no use of discussing further. Most of the people explained about, added to them. I will also add few more slides why we are looking for Saudi Arabia. And after that, I will explain what is MISA license. And I'm going in details today. What are the documents required to get MISA license and what are the process we need to follow and especially the fees, the government fees. So these are the coverage area in today's my session. And you can stop me or you can ask the questions during the session or end of the session. So as the questions, why Saudi Arabia? We have a lot of answers for this and each answer having a different and unique features gives why Saudi Arabia. But let me put that answer very specific, the Vision 2030. The Vision 2030, Saudi Arabia is building with a huge imagination and the visionary of the world. Actually, the power on 2030 vision gives a lot of opportunity for the entrepreneurs, not only entrepreneurs, even who is planning to start a new business, new entity, or who want to come to Saudi Arabia, even to get a employment for all the people who throughout the world getting this as an opportunity. So the answer for this, why Saudi Arabia? The biggest answer is I can give 2 points. The point one is very stable economy in Saudi Arabia. Compared to any country in the world, Saudi Arabia economy is, we can say it's a very stable economy and it's growing in the rapid positive growth. Very important. It's very, very important compared to other countries. The GDP of Saudi Arabia is very much stable. This is one advantage why we need to come to Saudi Arabia. Second point, this is another point, potential point I want to mention here, the location of Saudi Arabia. This is very important. As like Singapore, as like Dubai, Saudi Arabia becomes another center of main hub of world, I can say. And it's an attractive place for the three continents, especially CAFTA and ASEAN Peninsula markets. From this circle, you can reach Saudi Arabia very easily. And very importantly, for the business people or entrepreneurs, the travel time and reach the other part of the world very easy from Saudi Arabia. So this is location matters here. That is a added advantage for Saudi Arabia in futuristic business and opportunities. Coming to the Vision 2030, what Saudi Arabia is concentrating on Vision 2030, there are the 4 sectors, very important sectors Saudi Arabia is putting into consideration. First point is tourism. Second point is the renewable energy. And third point is the technology. Fourth point is the healthcare. Who are being in this area or in this sector, this is your world, your opportunity. Use it as a 2030 vision. If you take the tourism, lot of slides or lot of presentation you saw, how much improvement is the tourism. You see the visitors 2030 is 100 million is the expected count. You imagine what is the plan for bringing 100 million visitors in 2030. That means within 2030, 100 million visitors you need to bring inside. So how much work behind this one will be planned and progressing. And very important second point, renewable energy. Saudi Arabia moving out from oil energy, and renewable energy is an important factor or authenticated subject to discuss here. Why? Because they are moving very fast and very reliable subject on renewable energy. Whoever in this market or in this business is your opportunity to use this. And mainly technology, even we heard before that it's AI technology is the AI and big data is the potential opportunity here, and we need to use this one if anybody is having in this platform or in this business. And other last point, healthcare. As we know, healthcare is a world much needed technology and the business opportunity. So if you take the vision 2030, these are the four sectors mainly Saudi Arabia is concentrating. So further to this point, as we know, how many mega projects are running. This is very important. Each mega projects having each opportunity to individual level or as a business level. So this is explained already in details. Let me go to the very important things, the hosting events. Not only having the mega projects, Saudi Arabia is inviting the visitors throughout the world by using lot of events. This is very important. If somebody wants to come to Saudi Arabia, you may use this as an opportunity to meet the people or meet the entrepreneur or meet the business partners and connect yourself to get opportunity or use yourself as a potential investor here. So as you see here, if you're IT guy, the leap is the one of the large and leading event here in Saudi Arabia. Every year February it's happening, and already registration started. In case you want to start your business in IT sector, use this opportunity to enter into Saudi Arabia. Other than that, FIBA is very important one. It's a very, and Riyadh Expo I want to mention here. This is very big opportunity 2030. And if you just to put it the Riyadh Expo comparison between Dubai and here, you can see the difference how much big it's planned. It's 80 billion project and expecting the era of change. That is very important. The complete era is going to change on 2030 Expo. So using this Riyadh Expo, the Saudi Arabia need to go into the different image of world. Actually, the world is listening Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia is going to change the view of Saudi Arabia in 2030. That is the critical mission and action plan of 2030 Expo. So let me go to directly into my subject, how to start business in Saudi Arabia. I'm going a little faster. In case you want to slow down, let me know, because the time is very short for me. That's why I want to go very faster. In case you want to stop it and you want to slow down, let me know. So coming to this subject, lot of points we discussed already. This area, I'm going to explain the complete process, how to start a business in Saudi Arabia. Here, one point I want to put it, every day in Saudi Arabia, the rules are changing based on the needs or based on the suggestion recommendations given by the expatriates and the specialists from this area. The Saudi Arabia is changing all the rules day by day. So whoever wants to start a business, you need to go to the specific website, understand what is the change or what is the progress, keep on changing by day. Why? Because based on the needs and demands, the changes are happening here. So don't assume whatever we are presenting here, that is a rule book for everything. This will give you an idea to preliminaries and primary rules to set up the business, and using this one you may get more details once you start your process. So first of all, going to the business setup, what is MISA license? That's I want to explain. Already we discussed about a lot of things. MISA license, as you know, MISA license is the former name of Sajia. Sajia was earlier used for issuing a license. There is a big difference between Sajia and Misa. Sajia was given an individual names and Misa is changed in the format. Misa is now not in individual foreigners name. But instead of giving individual foreigner names, the MISA license is given to the entity, foreign investment entities. The question is asking, is the individual able to get it MISA license? Yes, you can get it. If you have a premium license, you can get a individual MISA license. Otherwise, the MISA license will be provided to the foreign investment companies. So there are a lot of licenses there. Out of this, mainly we are going to have a quick view on trading license, service investment license, industrial investment license, and professional license, transport investment license. So these are the top 5 licenses we can say. Out of that, how to get the license started, where to start? That is a question here. So as I told already, the licenses you can get as a foreign entities. So this rule, first rule I'm setting minimum of 18 months are old. Even it's also keep on changing. Earlier it was 2 years. Now it's changed to 18 months. Very soon it will change to 1 year as well. So in case you want to get a MISA license, you should have a company in your own country or any other foreign country with minimum of 18 years. Sorry, it's a wrong statement here. It's not 18 years, it's 18 months. So 18 months old company you should have outside Saudi Arabia. This is a basic preliminary rule. You should have it. The second point, the company name may be a private limited or LLB, LLC, WL, or SCNPHT. SCNPHT is a Malaysian licensing term. So you should, the company, whatever you have it, any one of the patents, if you have it, you are eligible to register it. And second point, as I told you, you may as individual as well if you are a premium ECMA holders. So these are the only 2 possibilities to get a MISA license. No other way you can get it MISA license. Now we are directly jumping to how we are going to get the MISA license. First of all, we need specific documents. Very importantly, the documents should be from your own country, wherever you are running the business. It may be your current living country or any other foreign country where you are running your business. So the documents mainly the commercial registration, whatever you say, it's a trading license, CR license, that from that country where you are having the business, and MOA or AOA. We used to say memorandum of article or article of associations. This should be from your own company. Very important, last year audited financial statement should be submitted. And you need to issue power of attorney here to register this business here. And mainly all the documents should be attested. That means this commercial register, MOA, AOA, all the things should be, even your financial statement as well. There is a rule for the financial statements, the minimum business turnover should be there for the financial statements. That also keep on changing. That's why I don't like to put it. It's approximately 2 years before it's 700,000 riyals. It should be a minimum turnover you should show, and these should be attested. Very important in your own country or where you are running the business. After completing this attestation, you need to do the Council of Saudi Arabia attestation as well from the company where it is running. So all the things you need to complete in your own country or own place where you are running business. After completing this exercise only, you need to come to the Saudi Arabia. So this is the preliminary setups you need to do it if you want to start a business in Saudi. And coming to here in Saudi Arabia, mainly you want to stop your MISA license. There is a set of around 20 different type of licenses are there under MISA. So out of 20 MISA license, you need to select what is your license type. That is very important. You want to go service type or trading or tourism or real estate. Based on your need, you need to select your MISA license. And under MISA license, what are the activities you want to do it? For example, you want to start IT services. Under IT services, there are multiple activities are there. You can go to the website of MISA and you can download these activities. Out of these activities, you can select any number of activities. Currently, there is no restriction on selecting the activities. In Dubai, there is a restriction. You can select maximum 5 activities freely. After that, it's chargeable. Here, until today, there is no restriction on selecting your activities. You may select n number of activities. These activities, very importantly, related to the type of visa you selected. and legalization of foreign entity documents. That means whatever the documents you have it, that should be legalized here in Saudi Arabia. Using your POA, power of attorney person, you need to legalize all the foreign entity documents. You need to submit in MISA, and then only you can obtain a MISA license. That means you are submitted all the documents in MISA, then you got the license. That's a step one. You need to get the MISA license. Once you get the MISA license, then you need to go for publishing AOA. As like you did in India or any other country, you have your own article of association in your own country. That article of association, similar to that, you need to create article of association here also. That is different article of association, nothing related to your own country in foreign countries. So this article of association will say what are the activities in your business and who are all be the partner of the business. That's mostly the company which is you are registering, that will be the partner. So here you are registering as a company here. So the company will own the capital of that investment. And next step, you need to go for the CR registration. And CR registration, once you complete, you may start all the government portal activations. So there are 8 to 9 government portal activities there. I will explain one by one what are the government portals you need to do. So these are the 2 preliminary steps you need to do before jumping into them. You identify your MISA license, add all of your activities under your license type, then legalize the documents, whatever the documents you are bringing from India or any other foreign country. Once all activities done, you can get your MISA license. Once you get your MISA license, go for CR registration. Once MISA and the CR are done, you may start all other government portal registrations. These all the activities you can do it very easily. All most except 1 or 2 websites, all other websites available in English. Only few websites are in Arabic. Even that also very soon they will change it to English. Other than all these 2 websites, you can easily log into by your own and you can register by yourself. But my suggestion, in case you need support on this one, better to connect with the agents. There are a lot of agents are there, especially doing these activities. Each agent's charging differently. I am not recommending any agents here, but I can guide you in case you want. It's up to you to analyze yourself, find a good agent within the budget of yours, and it's easily you can do it. Why? Because if you do your registration by yourself, you need to read it everything by yourself, you need to fill it. There is a lot of chance rejecting your application. Why? Because in Saudi Arabia, a lot of informations are very sensitive. While filling the information, whenever they are expecting something and you are filling it, it will be rejected. But there is a possibility you can resubmit the documents, but it's waste of your time and energy. Better to go to agents. Even though I'm not recommending go with the only agents, everything you can do it. But my suggestion, from my experience, go with the agents is the best choice for you. So coming to activation of government portals, MHRST, this is Ministry of Health and registration. That is a transaction you need to register it. This is very important. It's a QR registration we used to say. And then the QR is the mainly on the human resource related website. Here you need to register about your services and the human resources, all the information, who will be the general manager, how many employees will be there, all the information you need to register. Then Mukim is a passport and immigration department. You need to register here, second step. And Chamber of Commerce registration, you need to do the attestation, official attestation documents. You need to register here. You need to go and register yourself, and who are you are assigned as a signing authority. Either it's he may be a general manager or CEO of the company. They should visit the Chamber of Commerce physically. I am saying physically, and do the attestation. That means you are authorized to do the signing authority for all the documents here. The signature, you need to do it in person there in the Chamber of Commerce. You need to visit this office. You need to get the period appointment to visit Chamber of Commerce. Then Mutat is very important. It's a WBS system. you need to register all your employees in the payment system. Nowadays, without Mutat, that means WBS system, you could not run the business. Even you are not paying a salary 1 month for your employees, you will be your level of the green. That there will be a status level will be there for your company. It starts with the green, yellow, and green, amber, and red. The status will be reduced in case you are not following the process. That's Saudi National Address and Postal Services. Irrespective of you are using it or not to using it, national address is very important. This is gives your location of your office. Here we don't have anything called virtual office, but you can do it by in other ways. That national address registration is one of the key aspects. You need to show your location of your business where you are going to do it. That you need to register in SPL website. And Sakat is the nearly final stage, I can say. After completing all the process, you need to go for Sakat registration. So once you complete Sakat registration, you can say all you done. Then you got all the documents now. Then based on the business needs, you need to go to the Baldia license. That is, Baldia is nothing but municipality registration. That is based on the nature of your business. You need to submit lot of documents. That's Baldia registration is a very important one. For example, if you take the restaurant, you need to show your location, your size of the premises, and how you do the setup inside, especially firefighter setup and location setup and naming also, how the name display, everything you need to register. Especially you need to do the trading registration as well in case you want to do the register. For example, you have a company and your name is different. For example, you have company name in India, something else, XYZ, and you register here company ABC. Still you want to run the company in the name of XYZ, you can do the trading registration. That means your logo registration, something like you do the logo registration, you can do it, and you can run the business in the name of XYZ even though you registered the company here ABC. So this is one tricky point most of the people will not say to you. So you registered in one name, but running the business in another name, it's doable. But you need to do a special registration for this. So after completing everything, the final step is you need to open the bank account. Opening the bank account is another biggest job as of now. Why? Because bank account opening, you need to submit all these documents to the bank, including AOA, MISA license, CR license, and all the registration documents. You need to submit it. Possibly registration done by your general manager or CEO of the company. It's you need to walk into any of the corporate banking sector or corporate banking divisions, and most of the banks giving a better opportunity suggest to visit one or two banks that you can find out top 5 banks and you can visit any one or two banks. In case in this area you need any support or help, I can guide, not help, I can guide where to go, how to approach. This is very, very important slide. The government fees. Most of the people asking a lot of questions. What are the fees are applying? Again, I'm putting a disclaimer here. The fees are keep on changing because the government is giving a lot of opportunities every day to the entrepreneurs. As we discussed already, the government is encouraging a lot of foreign investors to come inside, start the business. As part of the exercise, the rules are also changing every day. You know, having or set up a business in Saudi Arabia before 5 years, it's very, very complicated one. But now it's changing a lot, every day changing a lot. They are making it easy for the entrepreneurs to start a business. And running the business also another hectic problem here. You know, the government rules are very strict and you need to follow the rules very carefully, especially the zakat. You need to pay it every 3 months. In case you are missing out, immediate penalty will apply. And the zakat also, there are a lot of rules are there. If your transaction is more than 3 million, that means your turnover is more than 3 million, there the zakat registration will be phase 2. Phase 2 is online zakat payment registration with the zakat website. Within 3 million turnovers, you no need to submit every transaction, but you can submit end of every quarter. So while submitting this one, it will be under auditing of zakat. Anytime they will come and verify. So each turnover or transaction, whatever you are doing under your business, always under review of government. So anytime they can do the audit of your transaction and the turnovers, whatever you're doing. In case any malfunctions or wrong entries identified using the Sakat, it will be immediately freezing will happen on your CR. So you should be very carefully handle your Sakat maintenance. So there are concept of first year, that is a registering your company. So it will be more expense compared to next year's renewals. So as you see here, MISA license, that is a step one, it's 12,000 reals. There is a discount on this one also this year is going on. And the AOA registration and along with the CR, this is amount. And the Mukim portal, you need to register, this is amount. QA portal, you need to pay this one. Mutat portal, you need to register. Other than that, in case you are having vehicle and Palidia license, these are all extra cost. The Palidia license cost will be based on your business, based on your premises size, based on your capacity, the cost will vary. So that's why I could not put that amount here. That will be very based on your business nature. Total fees approximately 16,000, but it's there is a discount on this total fees. But minimum amount required for to start your business is 16,000 approximately. If you go to the second year, uh, until this year, there is a amount of 62,000 to renew your MISA license. But this year, they removed this cost. That means no need to pay 62,000 and no information. It will continue for next year. Maybe only special discount they gave it for this year. Nobody knows. Even we checked in the government portals, nowhere it's mentioned. But this year, this renewal fees uh, not available. Who are doing business, mostly they are aware of this one. And other fees nearly same, no change as this one. Every year you need to pay this fees. So if you see the second year payment, that is one of the critical. Next year, if the government review open to pay 62,000, the renewal cost will be 63,000. So you keep in that mind. First year is very less, second year is more. That's why there is a lot of struggle running the business in Saudi Arabia. In Dubai, no such concept. The MISA license renewal fee 60,000 not available. That's why easy to do the business in Dubai. So maybe Saudi Arabia also doing the same type of business here. That's why they removed 62,000. We will wait and see next year. And if next year also it's not available, so we can consider no renewal fees for MISA license. So these are the overall idea of how the government fees is. And coming to the type of MISA license, already I explained. So this is a give you a brief idea of what is the capital required to start a business in Saudi Arabia. So mainly, you just see the point two, service investment license. Most of the people they are doing the service investment. That is very important for everyone who want to start a service. Maybe um, maybe your IT services or any hospitality services, any services will come under this one. So its minimum capital payment is 100,000, but you can show whatever the payment more than this of this one. But this 100,000 you need to show as this amount is invested from your entity or company through which you registered here. That means you need to transfer the money, or otherwise there are some alternates also there. Your agents may guide on this one, how you capitalize this amount. Coming to the point one, that trading investment license, that is not very important. There are two types are there. One, start with the Saudi and you start by your own. Start with the Saudi, you can say 25% owned by Saudi, 75% owned by you. That is one type. Using this opportunity, you can get a lot of privileges since you having partner with the Saudi. If you want to use that opportunity and you have a potential Saudi partner, reliable person, I suggest to go with the option one, 25-75%. And it will give you a lot of privileges, getting a licenses and getting some lot of visa process, and especially paying tax to return back to government. These are the benefits. Whenever you have a Saudi as a partner, you will get a lot of benefits, especially paying tax and paying zakat. But if you own your own license without local partner, local Saudi, you need to pay full amount. That is 30 million. You need to pay it, and additionally, very important, that tax you need to pay 20% of your return, and zakat you need to pay 15%. That you need to keep in mind. Other than these licenses, these are the top 2 licenses. Other than, if you see, it's a manufacturing investment license, 400,000 reals. Manufacturing investment license, that is one added features in case you want to start any industry related business, you want to do any manufacturing companies here, you can plan for this one. One advantage of this license, you can get your resources labors with low government fees. If you go for a service investment license, approximately you want to bring one labor from outside Saudi Arabia, nearly 9,000 riyals, 9,500 riyals you need to pay. But if you come to here, it's not like that. You may get a very less price. That is one opportunity. You can use it in case you are doing manufacturing license. And other than that, real estate based license is there, entrepreneur license is there, agriculture license is there, license for transport, mining license, and there are, it's, I just listed 12 here. There are 20 different type of licenses are there. So you may decide which license you want to get it, and based on that, you may go for which license you want to apply. And before applying the license, read the rules, required documents for the license, and try to get all the documents attested from your own country, then come to Saudi Arabia. So that's all maximum I have it cover. What else you have? Come to Saudi Arabia, start your business, and you may put your questions now. In case any questions related to my area, which is IT or hospitality, hotel management, you may ask questions. If possible, I will try to answer.
Thank you, Mr. Madhavan. Before going to the question and answer, really I'm admiring that, the way of your explanation, usually the commerce and arts guys will behave as a teacher. So we admiring that. I don't know, have anyone noticed the way he explaining? I set up a company here already. From the scratch, in my mind, imagination, I already did one company, and maybe from tomorrow onwards, it will be in the market. Really appreciated the way of explanation. It's really appreciated. And the business, the people who are talking in SIBEC, they're all really expert. The 30 plus, for these 3 days, everyone should utilize. So really appreciated. You initially you talk about the GDP growth in Saudi Arabia. It is unimaginable and sustainable. KSA nowadays. Many sectors in Saudi Arabia, it's rapidly increasing. The investor attraction, mostly they're attracting investors. And you are explaining about the MISA license from top to bottom. So I think it's mind blowing. And thanks for your teaching experience. It's not about your sharing experience. You gave us the flow chart like a student. You are teaching to the students. Thanks for that. Thanks a lot. So we'll go to the question and answer. I think two guys have raised their hand.
Thank
Mr.
you,
Ashe,
Mohammed.
thank you, Mr. Madan. Mr. Ashe, unmute yourself and ask your question, please. Mr. Asha Mashira. I think he's no more. Okay. Mr. Yusuf, Agri Business Consultant, unmute yourself and ask your question, please.
Hello, Mr. Madhavan. Thank you
Yes.
very much for giving detailed presentation. I am Mohammad Yusuf, Director of Maxlab Esol Private Limited. This is agri-business consultancy organization. We provide consultancy in agri-business and establishing food processing industries in India and other countries also. We are interested to get opportunities in Saudi Arabia also. There is a question, if we are conducting assignment in India and other countries also, if we get any project in Saudi Arabia, so we need to get business license for that, only for particular project. If we are setting up the office, then there is a need to get a business license. Otherwise, only for particular project there is a need to get a business license or not.
Sir, thank you for your question. If you want to do a business, definitely you need to get a license. But as you asked, only one project I'm having. Why I need to get a license and do all these expenses? The better opportunities, find out your partner here, and through that partner, you do that business. That is most of the people are doing here. So even I'm also suggesting, recommending, don't immediately try to get the business here. You want to set up your business, find out reliable partner here in the same your area or same nature of your business, and do a partnership. And through that partnership, who are running the business here, get to opportunity, either one or two projects. After getting one or two projects, then you can plan to start your own company. So it's giving a lot of opportunity to understand Saudi Arabia, nature of the business, how you get the business, all the things. You will get an idea once you get that visual view of that rules and regulations. You can go for starting a new business.
Thank you.
And since you are in
Thank you.
agriculture,
Thank you.
I put one last point. Agriculture is the most evolving sector in Saudi Arabia. Who were doing agriculture, that means not agriculture business, agriculturing. Saudi Arabia giving a lot of benefits to them. In case you want to start a farm
Actually,
or
Mr. Madhavan, actually, the next our speaker, he's going to explain about agribusiness only. I think
perfect. Then no need
yeah,
to explain. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
perfect.
that's what I'm trying to say. Maybe again the same question will come back in
Same,
after
yeah.
his speech.
Since this guy is from agriculture, I put that point. Otherwise, I won't. So thank you, Mr.
Sure,
Yusuf.
sure.
All the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Madhavan. Thanks for your wonderful speech. And Mr. Yusuf, please, this is your time to listen. Okay, next hour, I would like to invite our next speaker, Dr. Azhar Khan Patan, founder, CEO of Marhaba Agro and Navia Agro Trading Company. He is going to talk about agribusiness opportunity for export and import in and out of KSA. You know that agriculture is the root of every economy nowadays, and Saudi Arabia is opening smart and sustainable agri-trade opportunities connecting global food networks. So, Mr. Dr. Azhar Khan Patan, to help us understand the vast possibilities in the agro export and import sector. Let's welcome Dr. Azhar Patan.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum
So,
salam wa rahmatullah.
yeah, please go ahead with my slides. So it's 9:26, so 20 minutes. Within that, I have to keep the timeline.
This is usually happen, who are talking in
Yeah,
the first, they will take all the time. The who
yeah,
are
it's
coming
all right.
last, we have to adjust.
No issue, no
This is
issue.
everywhere.
Yeah. So slides,
Admin, please
please.
share the slides.
So Sama, just share the slides.
From yesterday, we were talking about IT, engineering, real estate, basically food. Without food, nothing will move. So I thought of, okay, let's start with the food and agriculture. Again, it starts with the A. So let's start with the A, agriculture. So I have spent 33 years in the industry. I was with Levers, then Monsanto, Seminis, and many other. I was leading R&D and things like that, and developed a few of the varieties and patented. So there is a few of the contribution. And right now, what we have, both of my sons are doing this, Navya and Marhaba. Both are the two companies. One is seed company. We have registered in Saudi, in Ministry of Agriculture. And second one is Navya. So we are in fresh. So let's start with this agri business opportunities. What I was talking about. So Vision 2030, when we talk about, as everybody is talking about same thing. So please go to the next. Next slide, please. I will quickly finish it off because yeah, this is all about local population of KSA. So 3.5 crore, and the pilgrimage is the one of the biggest numbers. 10 million, so 1 crore approx. So this is all, everybody requires food. So how it's important. Next, please. Quickly go through it, no issue. So when we talk about total Riyadh economy, so it's $1.1 trillion. And then when we talk about investment in agri sector, it's almost 70 billion by 2030. So the contribution of agriculture will be there. So that's what we are talking about, the 70 billion investment and how that will happen. So there is major is like, aquaculture. And then if we talk about this, how it has been increased. So when we talk about this, few of the items already, there is no dependency on the import by the Saudi Arabia, like poultry, when we talk about, or eggs production, then few of the food. So most of the items Saudi is getting independency, like, so that is how it is, food security and things, the focus is going on right now. Next, please. But when same time we talk about the food, so we should also think about the health, because what you eat, that is taking you to the doctor or will be helping you to the gain your health better. So that's how here I have put three phases, like I'm buying health, not food or product. I'm investing for health, not on food. And then non-healthy food always lead to hospital. So that is how it will be. So therefore, we have to be very careful when we buy or eat, or when we are talking about food security or food safety. So many things comes and covers under this. Next, please. So here we are talking about what is the arable area, means the availability of the land in Saudi Arabia. It's 3.43 million hectares land is available for the agriculture purpose, or which can be totally, like, we can plant for the food and other things. So there are, like, as you know, there are no rivers in the Saudi, but same time we have a full irrigation facility available in most of the regions, like Qasim, or we talk about north in Al Jauf, or we go to Wadi al Dawasir. Different areas, we have different crops as well as different availability of the irrigation facility. Next, please. Right now, when we are talking about R&D or investment going on, so when I have checked it around, so $1 billion is invested for the R&D of agriculture. In that, crop yield, or what we call about, like, climate resilience and other conservation, water conservation. These are the few broader agriculture funding is going on. And in that, particularly subsidies for infrastructure. And then infrastructure in the sense that is again coming by the cold storages or storages and things like that. Agriculture technology is there, where we are talking about smart farms, hydroponics and things like that, and digitalization of agriculture. So that will be like, everything, whatever we are investing or whatever we are talking about, how crop is growing, what is the maturity, what type of disease, how to prevent it. So all those things will be digitized, and that is already going on in many parts of the world. So Saudi is also focusing same thing. Next, please. This is one of the slide I want to just show, because previous one. So this is really, when we talk about food wastage, everybody knows that, whoever is now residing in Saudi, the food wastage is 4 million tons, which is equal to 40 billion Saudi riyal. And when you break it to the $1 billion, it is total $1 billion. So this is annual waste. And if we talk about per person or per head, it is 184 kgs of food is wasted. So this also we have to make sure how we are going to prevent this as well as improve the food wastage. Initiatives are required to reduce this wastage. Next, please. It's not clear. It's blur. And there are different heads, like, vegetables, then flour, breads and rice, how much we are wasting. So that is there. Next, please. Next, please. These are the top commodities of agriculture produced in Saudi. In that, if we talk about, so raw milk and other things like going on right now. Next, please. This is Vision 2030, what I was talking about. So achieving self-sufficiency in key food products. So as I said earlier, dairy, eggs, and other commodities are already going on 100%. That is meeting the demand. Even eggs exporting to the other GCC countries. So that is how story is changing and things are moving forward. So I think with that vision and with that mission, if we seriously work on, so definitely dependency on the import will reduce. Next, please. Next. Next, please. As already I have told you, this is the R&D investment. Next, please. Next, please. Yeah. This 70 billion, how it is divided. So in different sectors, as I have told. So this will be for production, manufacturing, processing, things like that. Next, please. Saudi is having dates, as we know, and this is again typical different quality of dates, which only Saudi is producing, like Ajwa. Then few of the others like Sukari, Khalas. These varieties are not available other part of the world, So therefore, if we strengthen or we focus the production and quality and initiate the export, the numbers right now, what we are expecting by 2030 is 286 million. That can be converted to double, like half of the $1 billion we can think about. But we need focus, improvement, and quality and processing. Next, please. This is for 17 billion for agriculture development, cluster development, things like that. Next, please. 30 billion for food and beverages. Next, please. Next. 16 for agri-food market development. Next, please. 18 billion for poultry, as I have told already. Here is almost more than 60% of the requirement is done locally. Import is almost stopped. Next, please. Same eggs. Next, please. Then livestock, again, dairy. Next, please. Next, please. This is animal feed. Next, please. This is again cold chain development for market expansion. This is for aquaculture. This growth is going on very well in Red Sea and other part of the Saudi. Next, please. This is organic market or organic food is developed right now it's very small little market like 54 million, but focus required here so that healthy food and everything will be like a premium quality like Japan or Singapore and things like Europe, what they are getting right now. So this will help us. Next, please. This is veterinary medicine. Next, please. These are the opportunities available for investment. This coffee is again top of the user of coffee, Saudi Arabia. Everybody Gawa. So whenever you are welcomed, so it is welcomed by the Gawa. So coffee, cardamom, and things like that. Next, please. So top imports sources, which are the countries Saudi is importing, is again, it comes to India first, then China, US, other GCCs, and global suppliers are like Middle Asia and other markets, South America and all. Next, please. These are the certificates required for food import or exporter. He needs to be having SFDA approval, and then they have to have COC certificate first. And whenever you send anything, so you have to have Arabic label along with English, so that your material will be safely sent it. So it is almost near to close. Next, please. Yeah, these are the products India is exporting, and APEDA products, when we talk about $1.9 billion, India is exporting, particularly to Saudi. That's all about agribusiness. Next, please. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Azhar Khan. See, here I want to highlight something.
Please go
The
ahead.
agriculture, food is very important in our life.
Yeah.
And in our speech also, we have to give some time. How we are skipping our food, we are skipping the food agriculture in our topic also. So we don't have time because we same like we are skipping food and going to do the work, right? Same like
Yeah.
that we
I
did
have
it here.
skipped
Sorry for that.
because as you know, time is almost 40 minutes or 30 minutes we are delayed. That's what I thought of. I should close it fast.
Yeah, sorry for that. You know,
That's all
the
right.
really I would like to highlight your quote. I am buying health, not food.
Yeah.
I'm investing for health, not on food. Non-healthy food lead to hospital. This is really
Yeah.
appreciated one. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you.
Sorry guys, we don't have a time for questions, so we are moving to other speakers. Thanks,
Thank you
Dr.
very
Azhar
much.
Khan, for
Appreciate.
sharing your knowledge, and wish you all the best. We are
Thank you.
here to support you, and anytime you can contact us. We have to make, see, agriculture is backbone, okay, of our India, but here also they are doing everywhere. So
Right.
food is important. We have to
Yes.
focus on that. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you
I
very
would
much.
like to thank you very
And
much.
I thank you to
I would like,
Mr. Rabiq and for giving this opportunity, and SIBEC for arranging this. Thank you very much. I appreciate.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I would like to invite our next speaker, Mr. Aslam Mukadam, Product Manager, Global Quality Trading Company in Jeddah, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, is going to talk about digital platform opportunities. You know that digital platform already we are discussing about in many many webinars and many meetings. It's transformation, how business is done. Saudi's online commerce, e-commerce, and tech service spaces are booming like never before. To decode this digital rise, we welcome Mr. Aslam Mugadam, a skilled product specialist driving modern trading solution in Saudi Arabia. I hand over to Mr. Aslam Mugadam.
Thank you, Mr. Mohammed Noor. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As Mr. Mohammed Noor already introduced me, I'm here in Jeddah, based in Jeddah from last 30 plus years in medical and diagnostic industry. It's a really true pleasure to welcome you all as we explore one of the most exciting frontiers in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's journey, the transformation and expansion of its medical sector under Vision 2030. As you are aware that Saudi Arabia is moving fast in every sector, like agriculture, medical, and everywhere. We are living in a time where healthcare is not just a necessity, it's an opportunity, an opportunity to innovate, to invest, and to make a meaningful impact on people's lives. As Saudi Arabia moves confidently towards Vision 2030, it is creating a world-class healthcare system that is efficient, technology-driven, and open to global collaboration. And within this transformation lies an abundance of business opportunities for both small and large-scale investors. I would like to cover why Saudi Arabia is strongly positioned for growth, concrete opportunity areas for both small and large businesses, the regulatory and workforce environment, practical market entry advice. Next, please. Next, can you next? Yeah. Just give me some time.
Yes, sir.
Just a second. Okay.
Who is operating the slide, Mr. Mugadam or admin?
Yeah, we are operating. I have somebody with me already.
Okay.
Okay. The main risk and mitigation and clear next steps for entrepreneurs and investors. Vision 2030. As many of you know, is the kingdom's bold blueprint to diversify the economy, enhance quality of life, and build a sustainable, knowledgeable-based society. Healthcare stands as one of its central pillars.
The government's goal is very clear: to ensure every citizen and resident has access to high quality care and to enable the private sector to become a key engine of growth in achieving that vision. Between now and 2030, Saudi Arabia. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're audible. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, you're audible. Okay, I'm audible. Between now and 2030, Saudi Arabia aims to increase the private sector's contribution to healthcare spending from 40% to 65%. That means the nearly 2/3 of all healthcare investment innovations will come from private and international partners, from people like you and us. This transformation is not theoretical, it's backed by policy, by infrastructure, and by billions of dollars in ongoing investments. Next slide. The Saudi healthcare market is projected to grow at a compound annual rate of 7.8% from 25 to 2030, reaching an estimated to $75 billion. Pharmaceuticals are expanding at 9%, medical devices are at 8.5%, and digital health is fastest growing of all at 12%. These numbers aren't just statistics, they represent a massive wave of modernization, innovation, and accessibility that is touching every corner of the kingdom, from major metropolitan hospitals to rural health telehealth clinics. Population growth and demographic shifts are major drivers. The kingdom's population of over 36 million is both young and increasingly health conscious. Yet it is also aging, leading to high demand for long-term and specialized care. The rise in chronic diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, and obesity adds another layer of medical demand, while growing insurance coverage and preventive programs are making healthcare more inclusive than ever before. Next slide, please. Why KSA now? Why Saudi Arabia now? Saudi Arabia is undergoing a historic transformation under Vision 2030, a roadmap designed to diversify the economy and create sustainable growth. This transformation is backed by strong government policies and a strategic investment, ensuring a stable, supportive environment for the investors. At the heart of this transformation are mega projects like NEOM, a futuristic smart city and health city initiatives, which aims to position the kingdom as a global hub for healthcare, innovation, and wellness tourism. For private investors, this means predictable demand and long-term opportunities. In short, Vision 2030 is more than a plan. It is a catalyst for growth, innovation, and partnership. The time to invest is now. So we need to invest from all of the places. Next slide, please. The healthcare sector in Saudi Arabia is entering a new era of transformation with a strong commitment to innovation and sustainability. The health sector transportation program is the core of this change, introducing long-term contracts and public-private partnerships to enhance efficiency, improve service quality, and attract private investment into healthcare infrastructure and operations. Digital health is no longer a future trend, it's happening now. Telehealth services are booming, supported by advanced digital platforms and AI-driven solutions, making healthcare more accessible and cost-effective across the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The medical device market is expanding rapidly with a strong push toward local manufacturing. To support this, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is investing heavily in workforce expansion, training healthcare professionals, etc. SFDA has modernized its regulatory framework, streamlining approvals and adopting international best practices to accelerate innovation and ensure patient safety. These initiatives collectively create a dynamic, investor-friendly healthcare ecosystem, one that offers long-term stability, innovation, opportunities, and sustainable growth. Next slide, please. For small and medium-sized businesses, the door is wide open. Areas like telemedicine, mobile diagnostic, AI-driven wellness apps, and home healthcare services are rapidly gaining traction. The government's Manshat program actively supports these startups with grants, loans, and mentorships. Imagine launching a telehealth platform that connects patients in remote regions to specialists in Riyadh, or any e-pharmacy network that delivers chronic diseases medication directly to homes. With integrated digital prescription, these aren't futuristic ideas. They are business already being encouraged, tested, and scaled across Saudi Arabia. How home care for elderly citizens, rehabilitation centers, and diagnostic laboratories offer equally lucrative prospects, especially with the government support for localization and private sectors innovation. Saudi Arabia's healthcare sector represents large-scale investment opportunities driven by Vision 2030 reforms. Public-private partnership and build-operate transfer models are enabling private participation in hospitals development and management. While demand for especially care continues to rise, the kingdom is prioritizing medical device manufacturing and localization to strengthen domestic supply chains. Alongside ambitious health city projects in Jeddah, Riyadh, and NEOM that integrates advanced facilities and wellness hubs, these initiatives create a robust, diversified ecosystem for investors seeking long-term growth and strategic partnership. The government is also providing up to 50% capital co-funding via Saudi Industrial Development Fund. Next. Let's talk about what makes these opportunities even more attractive, the incentives. Saudi Arabia's healthcare investment framework is among the most competitive in the region investors benefit from. Up to 10 years of tax exemptions for qualifying projects, 100% foreign ownership in many healthcare subsectors, custom duty exemptions for medical imports, streamlined licensing through the investment Saudi platform. SMEs receive additional benefits, including subsidized land, funding from Monshat, and access to export financing through the Saudi Exim Bank. Large enterprises receive priority access to industrial zones and government partnership through the Public Investment Fund and Vision Realization Offices. This isn't just a policy, it's a real functioning support and system that lowers entry barriers for both domestic and international investors. Next slide. Saudi Arabia's digital health market is one of the fastest growing segments, set to double by 2030, powered by AI, cloud systems, and wearable tech. This growth is driven by TDICUS, electronic health records, and predictive analytics. The SEHA Virtual Hospital, launched in 2022, is the world's largest, linking over 150 hospitals with remote specialists. For tech entrepreneurs, opportunities abound in digital diagnostic, virtual fitness, and AI-assisted imaging, all supported by strong government integration and public adoption. This mix of healthcare and technology is fueling some of the kingdom's most innovative investments. By 2030, Saudi Arabia aims to attract 1 million medical tourists annually. Modern hospitals in Jeddah, Riyadh, and Dammam are being certified to international standards, offering specialized care in cardiology, orthopedic, and cosmetic surgery. Add to that country's natural hospitality, affordable treatment, cost, and cultural familiarity for regional investors, and we are looking at a thriving billion-dollar industry waiting to be tapped. This is a chance for investors to develop not just hospitals, but comprehensive wellness destinations, combining healthcare and rehabilitation and tourism. Next, please. By 2030, the kingdom's healthcare system will have transformed into a robust, globally connected market. Pharmaceuticals will grow from 13 billion to 21 billion. Medical devices will grow from 4 billion to 7 billion. And digital health will grow from 2.5 billion to 5.6 billion. These aren't speculative estimates. They are part of official government and market research projection. Combined, they represent one of the most attractive investment environment in the Middle East, driven by policy, population, and purpose. Next slide. We have some case studies. Let's take a quick look at a few success stories. Zamzam Pharma, a Saudi-founded company, has become a regional leader in pharmaceutical exports, serving more than 30 countries. Through government support and R&D incentives, it localized production and now stands as benchmark for Vision 2030 manufacturing. Another inspiring example is Altibbi, a telehealth platform that connects millions of patients to licensed doctors across the region, supported by Vision 2030 innovation programs. Altibbi shows how digital solutions can both create jobs and save lives. These examples demonstrate what's possible when vision meets execution and when private initiatives align with national strategy. On OEM JV, to elaborate a bit, a device OEM JV typically starts as a partnership between an original equipment manufacturing and a local or regional entities to produce specific devices. As the JV matures, it can evolve into a regional manufacturing hub, serving broader markets and functions. Next slide. Practical step-by-step checklist for an investor or entrepreneur. 90 days going forward from start. Market scan and partner shortlist. Identify 3 to 5 local partners, distributors, hospital groups, universities. Regulatory readiness. Engage an SFDA consultant and map registration timeline for your product or service. Saudization or HR plan. Model recruitment, training costs, and localization more timetable. Pilot design. Design a 3 to 6 month pilot digital health or clinic with measurable KPIs tied to payer outcomes. Financing plan. Identify local co-investors, PIF programs, or regional PE funds. Next slide, please. Ladies and gentlemen, Saudi Arabia's healthcare transformation is more than an economic plan. It's a human story. It's about building a future where no innovation heals, where partnership create value, and where every investment improves lives. For entrepreneurs, it's a once in a generation opportunity to shape the next great chapter of global healthcare. For investors, it's a chance to align profit with purpose and be part of something visionary, sustainable, and deeply impactful. As the kingdom often says, the future is being built today. So let's build it together. One idea, one investment, and one innovation at a time. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Aslam Mogadam. Thanks for your sharing experience. And this is the first in this evening session, we are talking about digital opportunities in medical industries and health sector. And here also we are moving, we have the digital health. Okay, so digital is everywhere nowadays. So thanks for your insights and your valuable speech. And you will also explain about the small and large scale opportunities in the healthcare field. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time. And thanks for sharing your knowledge.
My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So now let's move to the next speaker. I would like to invite Mr. Hafeel Ahmed, Technical Manager, Al Jusi Engineering Consulting. He is going to talk about technical design business opportunities in Saudi Arabia. Engineering design is the backbone of modern infrastructure and smart cities. Saudi Arabia is evolving at a rapid pace with the futuristic projects requiring innovating design capabilities. Our next expert, Mr. Hafeel Ahmed, to shed light on technical business opportunities within Saudi Arabia and is one of the booming design sector in Saudi Arabia. Let's welcome Mr. Hafeel Ahmed. Mr. Hafeel, are you there?
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes, we are hearing
Yes.
you. Please go ahead.
Yes, is it the slide is appear now?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Is it in our...
Kindly note that, sorry for this note, we have a very limited time. There are 5 more speakers. We have to finish it on time. So try to expedite your speech.
Okay,
we have a special session after this. Okay, in this after 3 days, SYPA will arrange a special individual webinar for every speakers. Thank you. Thanks for this.
So we will touch the key points and move on.
Sure.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone, and assalamu alaikum. And we warmly welcome everyone to participate, joining us from around the world. It's a privilege to be part of the SIBEC 2025 International Conference. And I thank organizers This is Hafid Ahmed, representation of Al Yusur Engineering Consultancy. We are having a local engineering firm here. So I would like to express what are the possibilities for the design firm, what are the chances we can explore in Saudi Arabia's design industry, which is everyone can able to lead easily. So Saudi Arabia Vision 2030 is one of the most ambiguous national development program in modern history. It's different than all what we had earlier. It's not like the similar one which we had previously. It's around $1 trillion of project are currently under the execution, and more than 5,000 projects are redefining the kingdom landscape. So many speakers has touched all the type of project which is going on and the diversion of Saudi Arabia from the morning, and yesterday also it covered. However, I will move faster to the next slide. So these are the summary where we can find the number of projects and how it has distributed around 15 provinces around the kingdom, where it goes in different sectors that designs, construction, executions are in process. The kingdom today is not look for the low-cost vendors. Totally, they are seeking the design partner, those who are innovators, who can bring the world-class creativity, digital capability, and sustainability leadership to its project. These are the main strategic idea of Vision 2030. This is where international firm can play a role in a transformation. So with the right collaboration, we can design and deliver the project in Saudi Arabia aligned with the quality, cost efficiency, and the global expertization. Kingdom's doors are open for the foreign partnership, but its key to entry lies in a values and compliance and the trust. Let's look what makes our global firms such ideal partners we can bring to the Saudi project. Why we are strength. In that case, I can say, as a first, the global talent. The engineers and architect who knows about the creativity and the technical excellence can make a value for the projects. Secondly, the digital leadership, which are very keen on Saudi Arabia market. For an example, in AOR is the term, very famous term here, architect of record. That means all the project has to go through the local company, local consultant office to obtain the approvals. In case of AOR, all the project in 2026 has to go through the BIM process, BIM methodology. In that case, the digital transformation, what we can bring it out from the expert, what we have around the globe, which can be very easy enroaching technique or penetrating technique into the kingdom. Also, IoT, digital transformation in civil engineering and all other disciplines make sense to enroll inside. Further, the cost advantage. When we are doing the projects outside the kingdom, that brings us cost advantage of roughly around 40 to 60%. Comparatively, the design consumes at Saudi Arabia. Finally, we can say the cultural alignment. We can align the culture with a shared value. We can bilingually communicate it. So working ethics are common. The codes are common. Regulations are common, where we can deliver easily and scalably. Fine. What are the entry point we can think about? We had many speakers, they have covered the way of opening a business in Saudi Arabia. Apart from that, when it's considered the Saudi market in terms of design projects or design technical inputs, I can summarize into four entry gateways. These entry gateways are elaborated here like collaborations from remote. We can have a partner with the Saudi licensed consultant to deliver the design works from outside the Saudi Arabia, where we need to go with some of the point where the regulations, civil defense requirement, Baladia regulations, Momra regulations, Mostagam regulations. So this is there, but however, the remote collaboration will make a proper contribution on the design from outside the KSA without any problems. Also, the design alliances. We can have a JV between two companies, between the company outside the kingdom, inside the kingdom, with a clear understanding, with the brand partnerships. That can be an important part for the mutual growth as a start lean process. The MISA licensing. So we can establish a design company here. It has lots of regulation in terms of consultancy, also design firm because of the Saudilizations. However, it's most of the things are relaxed now. So this is another way. It needs a little bit of more investment in terms of 100% foreign ownership. Then the EPC collaboration. Most of the projects goes on triple P, boot, design and build. If you take a literature, around 60% of the project in Saudi Arabia goes on design and build projects. When come to the design and build project, most of the delivery methods through the contractor. So the risk is shared to the contractor. So in that case, it is very easy to the non-Saudi companies able to bring the project to be designed and delivered to the Saudi company through the platform. So these are the proper collaboration which make very easy entry throughout the we can say marketing principles. We can reach out to the Saudi market. So I can suggest, like in my experience, I can say we can start lean and collaborate smart. We can collaborate smart and scale once you understand and regulatory and cultural ecosystem, how it goes in Saudi Arabia. The projects are wide and large because most of the Saudi cities are horizontal cities. So when it's the area of Saudi Kingdom is very large and the horizontal city, when it's come to the horizontal city, the transportation, the logistic, tourism, hospitality, education, health, all the sectors in engineering or development, urban development, metropolitan development, downtown development, all these are happening around the cities in a large scale. So when it's come to this particular scenario, in terms of matching with the Vision 2030, there are various possibilities to obtain the design part out of the kingdom and to be delivered successfully to the Saudi Arabia project. However, there are lots of risks, concerns, mutual understanding, rights, liabilities, and obligations of all the parties has to be discussed in proper way. Because when we are meeting the Saudi client expectation, very important is the delivery. Since we have 5 years to achieve the target of 2030, all the projects are mega scale. Even the small scale projects are moving in a very speed process. Also, when it consider the design and build contract, it goes design and build contract is awarded to the contractor at the same time where they have to start the design with understanding the proper scope of the client. Where we are making a very big problems in the current projects where the scope creeps are making lots of losses to the foreign companies. So where the team, when we are having a mutual understanding, we have to be well communicated, well understanding the scope, all the creeps and the gaps to be complied, all the compliance should be discussed. The compliance are very simple. The SPC code, Saudi Building Code, more or less equal to ACI code. So when the ACI code is similar to Indian code. Also, mega projects are using Euro code, British code. Also, ASTM is in use. So this is very common. That is very common that we have practice. Also, when it's come to the MEP or civil defense requirement, the minimum level is the NFPA standard. So if you achieve the NFPA standard, definitely it will pass the civil defense regulation here. Also the lead. or Mostadam standards for sustainability will make more sense. That has to be listed, discussed, properly understand at the beginning of the project. So all the project milestone to be well defined with a clear communication with the client and the delivery partner properly for the flow, smooth flow. Also, innovation and sustainability. Always they like innovation. They like innovation on the digital transformation. So we have to think forward on the environmental responsibility, easiness, the type of IoTs which can be added more in advantages, clear communications, clear documentation, and the long-term partnership. So these are the good client expectations. When I look at the flow of projects, even if we are following the REBA stage of work, the permitting is another part we have to think how to get the permit. That for that we need the local office. So we have to get the deed, that is on the digital deed. Then we have to obtain the authorization from the client. We have to make building permit after doing all the designs, detailed design. We have to obtain the civil defense. Then only there is a process of construction. While doing the construction, the insurance, the inherent defect insurance is mandatory, IDI insurance. When it's applied to the insurance, you have to legally committed to the third party consultant who will supervise all your work from the beginning. So all the state of the checklist stages to be uploaded to the authority platform for the proper monitor of government authorities to see what's happening in the master plan, what's happening in their projects. So then only we have to obtain the occupancy certificate, civil defense certificates. All this process has to go along with the execution phase. So if you are considering about the REBA workflow, along with the REBA workflow, the permitting is one of the another part we have to move on. Anyhow, part of that, there are lots of insight and advantages and disadvantages we can discuss in another long session. The advantages we can say in the synergy, we can say that BIM standards, the timing, that is the very important part. Because India or Asian countries, we are on upfront of Saudi time, ahead of Saudi time. So for the meeting, if the engineers are working remotely, we are getting good benefit that we are getting information before reaching to the meeting point. So these are the real advantages we faced in the previous projects. The success is we have to build a trained team for the Saudi building code. If someone is intended to do on it, they have to build a trained team, SBC, as well as BIM workflow. Then they have to learn about the bilingual Arabic and English. Then value engineering is very important. Lead sustainability principles are another important part. How we can implement digitalization, digital marketing, and understanding the Saudi market. Then quality control and quality assurance through the delivery plan are key hooking point on the meetings. There are challenges. Yes, everything has challenge, but we can mitigate the risk through a solution, proper studies, proper understanding, even if it is a cultural difference, regulatory complexity, project management, protection of the intellectual properties, the trust. That is the very important part. We have to make a relationship. This is, we have to work with a client from the beginning of the bidding process, even if it is free. That trust will build up the long-term relationship in the market. That is the very important part. Further, we can approach as a specialist partner, not like a traditional designer, not like a traditional team design partner or strategic technical partner. No, we have to go with the specialist partner to take the projects that will bring more value on the project line. So in the success formula of pathway for the successful JV, what we have to do, we have to search for the partner. There are many places to search partner, jobs, and supplier port vendors. So here, for an example, there are portal like Saudi Council of Engineer portal, where we can go for the engineering offices and consultancy. Mombra, this is for municipality website, where we can find AOR design firm. It will be used for urban design, planning and building consultants. Ethimath platform. This is the government tender platform, Ethimath platform. Also, we can search tenders from the companies they are already in contact, like Mead, Savia, pre-tenders, construction week of Middle East directory. These are the another way. Other than that, the LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very famous and mostly used application in Saudi Arabia to seek jobs. For the Chamber of Commerce, we can access and find out the company list and reaching the local Saudi firm. Those who are in the A plus firm, it is able to make a JV as per the regulation. So it's a path of finding the firms to have a design JVs. Then we can assess the capabilities. What is our capability? We have to give our points. What is that? We have to initiate the contract, share the capabilities, so then negotiate that, research everything, and formalize the JV. So it's as it is listed. So in the design trend, so AI is very important. Digital twins, collaboration of digital twins, AI assisted designs, modular construction is very famous here. Modular construction and methodologies. That means they are looking for faster construction. Sustainability standard is not negotiable. Always go with the sustainable measures. And the expansions around the Gulf are the digital trends. So let me close with a simple idea that first, collaborate to build the credibility. That credibility will lead for the continuity. The continuity will build the legacy. So when it's come to 2030 vision, it's make all the international design companies and the global partners to make a benchmark for innovation and excellence. This is the best chance in this coming 5 years or even 2034 expos are opening a clear platform to bring up more designs, more partnership for the Saudi businesses, Saudi construction industry. That is the most prioritized visions on 2030. So thank you so much for SIBEC, and this is the end of my session.
Thank you, Mr. Hafil, and thanks for finishing on a time. Really appreciated. So you have discussed most of the points what I mentioned in my today's talk about Giga Mega in my oil and gas sector topic. Thanks a lot. And you have noticed some important points: collaborate, create, and contribute. So what we are doing is collaboration. We will after that we'll create a network build up. When we'll contribute, that's it. And why Indians? So we are most talented and cost effective. We have a global leadership, and of course, it's one of the in networking culturally we can collaborate with any people.
Yes.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Mr. Hafil. Thank you very much. Really appreciated. Now let's move to our next speaker. I think another financial teacher is coming, so we have to listen like our previous speaker, Madhavan. So Dr. Mohidin Salim, DGM, Head of Treasury, Global Markets Trading, Arab National Bank, and he is going to talk about unlocking financial market opportunities in Saudi Arabia. You know that now capital compliance and confidence drive a successful business ecosystem. Saudi Arabia's financial reforms have created powerful investment pathways for global entrepreneurs. Our next speaker is a seasoned treasury market leader playing a key role in the evolving of Saudi financial landscape. Please welcome Dr. Moidin Salim to guide us into the world of emerging financial market opportunities in Saudi Arabia. Dr. Salim, Unmute yourself and you can talk.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. Am I
Alaikum
audible?
salam. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. And first of all, assalamu alaikum. Good evening and vanakkam to everyone. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank SIBEC, SYPA, and its organizers and my dear brother No for moderating this session in a nice way, and all praise to Almighty. And I'm going to start the session, but I will keep it very, very short, maybe probably 10 to 15 minutes to catch up for the extra time that the other speakers have taken. So I'll share my presentation. Can you all see the presentation?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Okay. I'm going to make it very short and sweet. The topic here is unlocking financial market opportunities in Saudi Arabia. I'm Dr. Muhyiddin Salim. Short about me, I'm a Saudi Executive Premium Residency holder. I have a couple of PhDs, Finance and Risk Management and Finance and Artificial Intelligence. I've been here 35 plus years, in Saudi 30 plus years actually. And my expertise is in treasury, global financial markets. I started my career as an information technology professional, and my expertise, I have other entrepreneurship, which is on medical equipments, food and hospitality sector, infrastructure, fintech, and agribusiness. And my businesses are run globally. Currently, I hold a corporate title of Head of Treasury Global Markets Trading at Arab National Bank. I've been with this bank since 2008. I'm a Tamil community leader, president of Indian Financial Professionals Forum, advisor in various leadership business forums, and I'm also a convener of Tamil associations with the Indian Embassy and All India Steering Committee. Okay. Why Saudi Arabia? A lot of people, a lot of my previous brothers and speakers have touched base and spoke about Vision 2030. Vision 2030 is the goal which the Saudi Arabian government planned, and they have implemented it very nicely so far on achieving economic diversification. Saudi, as everybody knows, they know it as a oil-based economy. So the Saudi government and the Saudi leadership thought that oil is not going to be there forever. So it's a depleting resource. So we need to find alternate sources of growth for the GDP growth. So they looked at non-oil GDP growth, and Vision 2030, concentrates across all the sectors, starting from financial sector, tourism sector, sports, whatever you name it. So now, they've achieved almost 5% of annually a non-oil GDP growth, which is in a very remarkable short period of time. Rapidly evolving financial ecosystem. Main financial ecosystem are the capital markets, and you see a lot of fintech companies that are coming in Saudi, and ESG finance, which is the environmental, compliance, and so on. And PIF is the investment fund or the sovereign wealth fund of the Saudi leadership, and they attract investments, and they also invest in a diversified manner to generate non-oil revenues for the kingdom. So they have about more than 700 billion plus dollars of investments across. And Saudi has a very strong foreign investor confidence. Saudi being called as a big brother of GCC for its sheer size and the potential opportunities. Evolution of financial markets, capital market reforms, foreign investors access. That's very critical for any capital market to grow, and Saudi tapped it, as well. And there's a lot of transparency regulations and guidelines that have been changed in the recent past, which has supported the capital markets. Tadawul is the exchange, which is the capital markets exchange. Tadawul is part of the MSCI, which is one of the leading indices, which international investors invest and execute and transact products, and FTSE and other EM indices. Very recently, Saudi proposed to increase the foreign investor ownerships, which will take the capital markets to the next level. So there's a huge improvement that is expected. Right now, it's under the consideration or the discussion period. So hopefully, within a month or so, that is going to be out. Shortly, since 2023, there's more than $50 billion plus of inflows have come to the capital markets. $20 billion plus IPOs in 2024-25. There are a lot of leading companies, like Aramco's, STCs, and all of these companies have done their IPOs. And the Sukuk, which is the Islamic version of the bond market, and the conventional Saudi government development bond market also has been growing average at 10%. Other opportunities which are cross asset. So I can say, fixed income, the yields are very competitive, and the sovereign credit rating of Saudi Arabia is A- and A3 by the rating agencies, which attracts a lot of external investors. Corporate bonds are also on the rise from Aramco, SIBEC, Saudi Electricity, and these kind of companies, and including food FMCG companies like Al Marai. And structured and green credit because of environmental compliance. There's a lot of green sukuks concentrating on renewable and hydrogen projects that have come. Derivatives and hedging, these are mainly this is my specialty. These are mainly used by the companies or the corporate or the high net worth individuals to manage their exposures on various markets like foreign exchange, interest rates, and commodities, and they can use cash or derivatives market. Private markets, you all would have heard about Neom, Red Sea, Qiddiya, and all of these my previous speakers have touched base upon. It's almost $150 billion plus, and Neom alone is 500 billion total project size. So you can guess the scale of such private markets. And also Saudi, what they have done is they've basically tapped into the public-private partnership model, which makes investments much easier, and I think that's on the rise, and that helps the investments and FDI that comes into Saudi Arabia. Evolution of treasury and risk management, which are essential for any corporate companies and even banks that are there, be it a small medium enterprise or a corporate or private family offices. Now the talk of the town is artificial intelligence. So everybody is talking about artificial intelligence and all the manual processes that can be automated and that can give better efficiency are done using artificial intelligence. And in treasury, the operational aspect of it is gaining a major shift, and blockchains, cloud adoption for making cross-border payments across various sovereigns, that is also on the rise. And there's a lot of demand on foreign exchange, commodities, and interest rates hedging among the corporates and small and medium enterprises as well. There's a lot of liquidity optimization, which the central bank, which is Saudi Central Bank, previously used to be called as Saudi Arabian Monetary Agency. They're one of the very successful central bank in the region, and if I can say across the world. And there's a lot of growing need for advisory and structuring expertise in Saudi market. That's for talented individuals and the upcoming youngsters who graduate on these specialities. So they have a lot of opportunities in Saudi. Entry points, because every market has to have somewhere a point to enter, right? So I've touched base upon PIF, which is the Saudi investment fund, the sovereign wealth fund. They're part of the local institution, PIF, NDF, Tadawul, MISA, etc. I think people have touched base upon in the past. These are institutions wherein which you can enter into Saudi Arabia as external foreign investors. So as a foreign direct investment channel. And flagship projects in Saudi Arabia, like the infrastructure development projects and water and other critical development projects, are offered through PPP initiatives, and that can be tapped on by all these big investors who are looking to enter Saudi Arabia. Fintech and digitization, which is the talk of the town and across the world. Saudi Arabia, within the last 3 years, the number of licensed fintech firms have risen. 200 plus is a smaller number, so that number grows day by day. So which is very healthy, and it is very competitive. And in a competitive world, it gives you better service and in a cost-effective manner. There's a lot of expansion in digital trading and artificial intelligence-driven payments across Saudi Arabia. Sustainable finance, which is also for for the compliance and regulatory initiative. Saudi Green Initiative, 50% renewable energy by 2030. Being a oil-dependent economy, 50% of renewable energy by 2030 is a great, it would be a great achievement, and we have no doubts that the leadership will definitely achieve that. Strong ESG and green bond momentum, which we touched base upon. Again, the strategy entry points: sovereign developments funds, PIF, NDF, SIDF, and TDF. These are long-term strategic investment, on the country. Regulatory and gateway bodies: MISA, SAMA, or Saudi Central Bank, and CMA. CMA is the Tadawul Capital Market Authority. They are for the entry licensing and market regulation roles. Capital markets: Tadawul and NOMU. NOMU is for small companies, and Tadawul is for larger companies, for them to list them in the Saudi stock market. Innovation and SMEs: SVC, JADA, Munshat, FinTech Saudi. There's a lot of key institutions are there. I have named a few. These are startup and venture capital ecosystem that the country is provided. And giga projects: NEOM, Kidia, Red Sea, Spark. These are direct investment opportunities for all the bigger companies who wants to enter into Saudi and benefit from the economical development. Value for experienced professionals: it brings global best practices in risk and capital management. People who have this expertise are valued, and their demand is on the rise. They can support structuring, treasury transformation, and market entry. I've been in Kingdom for 30 plus years, and I've been in the global markets and treasury, as part of Citibank earlier, then Saudi American Bank, Samba, SNB, and then Arab National Bank now. It bridges international investors with the local opportunities that are there, like any other, emerging and developed market. And they can guide ESG, fintech, and infrastructure financing for the local players. So that's the value that experienced professionals have. Opportunities that are ahead: Saudi Arabia, as we said, they wanted to be away from oil economy to be a diversified economy. It's a financial transformation story, not just an oil economy. Because I've seen, I landed in Saudi Arabia in 1995, and I've seen the transformation myself. And over the last few years, the transformation has been, tremendous. Yeah. So deepening capital markets and diversified funding base. these are the opportunities that are there, because as capital markets grow, you get more opportunities and you can participate in the actual economy. And there's a high diversified funding base is available, that if you're a nice investor, have nice funds available, and you're looking for value investing, and Saudi is providing the opportunity through all the strategy entry points. Regulatory modernization and digital finance leadership. As I said, Saudi Central Bank, SAMA, and Capital Market Authority, they are, they're one of the, very active and professional leadership who have, led this financial economy to the next level. Obviously, first move advantage for those who understand risk and complexity. If there is no risk, there is no reward, and the risk has to be measured. Thank you. And I will say, for investors and professionals who can navigate complexity and price risk effectively, Saudi Arabia is next frontier, like any other frontier that's available in the world. Open to question and answers. I would be more than happy to clarify any doubts that you have, and it will be my pleasure. And thank you for providing the opportunity, and thanks for your time to listen to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mohideen Salim, sharing the financial market opportunities in Saudi Arabia. Actually, I was expecting you are also explaining like about Mr. Madhavan, but it's purely different, the way of explanation. And you mentioned about the transformation of Saudi Arabia from oil economy to the financial. So that is really happening now. You have been in Saudi Arabia more than 30 years, 30 plus years. So see, now here we are talking about $1 billion. Okay, so just come on, Indians, just grab the opportunities before it goes to someone. Now we are feeling for the gold rate. Every time we are insisting that invest on gold, keep something for the future. No one is here. Just okay, we'll see that. So now Saudi Arabia is like another gold. Just come and grab it. And lot of people are like Dr. Mohideen Salim. Many people are here. They are valuable than gold. You can get more information, experts from all the people like him. We are ready to support our community here to do the business. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Dr. Salim, for your valuable insights. Really appreciated. Now, I will move to the next speaker, Mr. Nabil, General
Thank you very
Manager.
much.
Thank you, Mr. Dr. Salim. Mr. Nabil, General Manager of Quantex Seals, Saudi Arabia, is going to talk about reach out in the right direction in Saudi Arabia. The right guidance, make the difference between the challenges and unlimited growth. With a strong experience in Saudi industrial operations and strategic expanses, our next speaker brings clarity to business direction. The topic itself, reach out the right direction. We'll see how we are going to know we are in right direction or left direction or wrong. He's going to explain. Let us invite Mr. Nabil, whose leadership reflects smart decision making and market focus. I hand over to Mr. Nabil. Please unmute yourself and talk.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alaikum assalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So, we are absolutely fit for this topic, business opportunities in Saudi Arabia. Why? Because, of course, we are recently entered Saudi Arabia. So before that, I just want to tell about our company. Our company name is Quantech Seals. We are industrial mechanical company. We are manufacturing mechanical seals. And we have our company in UAE, Saudi Arabia, and in India as well. So we are 13 years experience in this market. So let me show you. Yeah. So what makes us to enter into Saudi Arabia? I just want to take this business opportunities with my real-time example, because recently we entered. So I have many struggles and many things like we observe. I just want to share with my real-time examples. So everyone talk about Saudi Arabia, why not us? This is the first question came to us. And we are keep watching that what exactly happens in the Saudi Arabia, like regulatory reforms and 2030 FIFA and a lot of NEOM projects and Red Sea projects. There are so many projects we are keep on watching it. And we think that, of course, we have to be there because Saudi Arabia is our neighbor country and it's such a big country in the GCC. So we have taken a chance and we came into the market. So here we have first decided that which scale sector we are going to land it in. Like if we are planning for a large sector or any small sector. So absolutely. So the large sector, if you are planning for any large sector, so it's very simple model is that you are going to hire a PRO. The PRO will support for everything. There are a lot of expertise. People have explained about this topic, about MISA and all those things. So it's very simple that you need to get a right PRO so he can get everything for you. And for the small scale, of course, we landed over the small scales. And for that, we came to Saudi Arabia for 1 month to complete understanding the market. Though Saudi Arabia, it's religion and Arabic, it is more familiar speaking language here rather than our UAE. We came here and we find all the challenges, what is happening, and we collected some information about what the real culture, what real atmosphere happening in this Saudi Arabia. And later we went out again to UAE and we have just collected all the details and we just worked out. And again, we came back to Saudi Arabia for checking out. So completely with having all the details. So we want to endorse ourselves with quite good partners. So getting reliable partners in Saudi Arabia, it is very crucial. So before rushing into any business, you need to find reliable partners. So for that, you have to get ready your business proposal. Fine, because if you proposed your documents and your investors, your partners really likes, then definitely you're going to be in touch with them and you're going to be a partner. But don't rush immediately for all the getting reliable partners. And after that, the regulatory navigation and strategic approach, everything if you get the right person, he will support you for everything, so you can be accommodate with them. And for a network, before entering into Saudi Arabia, we have got a lot of friends over there in Riyadh and many part of Saudi Arabia. So we had good friends and we have utilized my friends and referrals. We just went out all the places and collected everything with their car, using all their cars. And there are a lot of trade shows happening in Ikatwa, so in Saudi Arabia, like Ikatwa. So you can be there, you can go there, you will get a lot of opportunities. You can find many people over there, and we can filter your partners, reliable partners over there also. And from here for other chambers, and SIBEC is there, the right platform here, because they are connected all the business people here. So you can be in touch with SIBEC for next anything you want to establish your business in Saudi Arabia. And even Saudi also, Mr. Nu has chamber. So he's we also, in fact, when we came to Saudi Arabia, we had got a lot of ideas from him as well. So this all network and chamber support you must get before you come into the part of the business in Saudi Arabia. And it's very small and very quite slides I got it today. So it's Saudi Arabia. It's very good and very good platform for you, that anytime you can come to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is open for you, everyone. So thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Nabil. You reach out the right direction and you support us to finish on the right time in on this webinar. Thanks a lot for the climax speech, short and very powerful. So first of all, you shared your real lifetime experience because you have started a mechanical seal, industrial seals manufacturing facility here, and also you are explained about small and larger sector model business. Of course, see, we are here since long time to explore the business, the opportunities in Saudi Arabia for sharing to the next generation. So why we are doing this kind of business opportunities, doing webinar and technical seminar, it may help someone. So the people who are not aware about the current market in Saudi Arabia, if now we are talking about Saudi Arabia, there are many countries are there we can explore. So us, we are Indian, we have potential and we have knowledgeable. If you see the top level CEOs in big companies, they are Indians. So we have the potential to do anything globally. So that's the main agenda. We will take this vision. We have to work on to achieve the vision. Sure, we all here to support, like SYPA, like RISE, GTF. There are many forums. We are here to support each other to develop a good network. To support, simply we can say support. That's what collaborate. First, collaborate with each other, then create a relationship, whether business or personal relationship. You see, initially, what is networking? It's a human contact. If you know someone, if I know someone, I can make a business, I can get opportunity. So it's all about how we are making the relationship with each other. So thanks a lot. Thanks to sharing. Thanks for sharing experience, and good luck for your company contact seals. So thank you, Mr. Nabil.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So now we are end of our session. I would like to invite Mr. Samuel Ariankoi. Sorry, I couldn't pronounce your name. Sorry for that. Secretary General, Diplomatic NY Globalization from Ghana. See, this is another, now so far we are the speakers are from India and Saudi Arabia, Hyderabad, Pakistan. So, but now you see the interest they're taking from Ghana, other country, really appreciated. So he is going to come here and explain about the key takeaway notes. The speaker, 10 speakers, right? They're talking, explain each and every different topics. So he's going to give the complete explanation and key takeaway notes for the day 2 evening session. So international collaboration strengthens global business. Our final speaker for the day represents a diplomatic connection that encourages unity between nations and enterprise. Let's welcome Mr. Samuel to summarize today's insight and key takeaways for sustainable success in the Saudi market. Hand over to Mr. Samuel. Mr. Samuel.
Brother, I'm waiting for his name. What is his name? Samuel. Yes.
Mr. Samuel is there?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, Mr. Samuel. Yeah. We found you. Yes. Please
So
unmute yourself.
Yes. So sorry, my brother was trying to call me. At the same time, I was also trying to get into the conference room. And hi, everyone. My name is Samuel Ayikwe from Ghana. I am
Can you
the second.
pronounce the second name of yours? Ari?
The second name is Ayikwe.
Arikwe.
You did well. You did very well. You did your best.
Adequate.
Yeah, I love it. I love
Thanks.
it.
Thanks.
Yes, I'm seeing Jayed
Good.
here. Jayed is a friend of mine from Togo. I think he also joined. I'm giving him a shout out. And yes, I did a lot of takeaway from the conference. And yes, I was having connection problems. So the connection keeps going on and off. So I will be pardoned if I didn't get out all, but it's a very, very great conference. I really love it, especially from where the first speaker was speaking about the um, I'm talking about the Amazement Company, management of consulting firm that partners with small and medium-sized enterprise to deliver customized business solutions. They focus on client confidentiality. They focus on strategies, advisory services, diverse industry experts, and problem-solving capability. So their business outline, when I was paying attention to the conference training, they did mention a lot of things. They mentioned of their legal and compliance, which is the company registration, the PRO and the GRO service regulatory compliance. And then they also spoke about the financial and accounting, which is bookkeeping, auditing, and tax advisories. They also handle that. And I also heard them mention of business consultancy, that they have business planning, visibility studies, and market entry strategy as well. They also spoke about technology and IT, which is IT infrastructure, setup, software development, and cybersecurity, which they handle all this. They also spoke about marketing and branding, which is very important to me because I love when institutions or companies are really working on branding, because branding is one key to make sure every institution grows. So when they spoke about the branding, I was very, very much happy to hear about the branding, which is part of the marketing. So they said they build brand. They do brand marketing, building strategy, digital marketing as well. They spoke of industry-specific services. They tailored consulting for health, manufacturing, and finance issues and more. What they offer, the services they offer, they told us they offer business setup, premium resident services, accounting and taxations, the audit and assurances, the PRO system, which means they can talk in the behalf of the company, and also management consulting as well. Then now, the next one that I also figured around was the golden opportunity in Saudi Arabia. Under the Saudi Vision 2030, they spoke about the Saudi Arabia Vision 2030, significant opportunities and business across the multiple world. They spoke about the quick win sectors, the hospitality and the tourism. They spoke about the e-commerce and logistics. They spoke about, I think the second speaker spoke about photography and videography as well. Yes, which is the event aspect. He also came down to we highlighting the hospitality projects that they have. They have the Raw Eye Medina, which is the Medina. He spoke about massive tourism development, targeting 47,000 hotel rooms by 2030, which is a very, very big industrial service, which means if they are to come up with this, it's going to create job employment for many, because hospitality, when it comes to hotel building and all that, they are going to expand their economy and also create jobs for the people, focusing on the holy city hospitality market as well. They spoke about opportunities when it comes to hotel management, service providers, and accommodation support, which is the opportunities that they fall under. Then they also spoke about the master destination, which is the Mecca, which is a large project near Mecca within 24,000 plus hotel rooms that they are going to planning to expand there, which is high demand driven by pilgrims tourism, which is very good because we see a lot of videos. We see a lot of time when people go to Mecca and we hear that there is no accommodation for some people. They've been sleeping somewhere that is not really good. And so if they have this high expectation of coming up with 24,000 plus hotel room planning, I think it's another good way that will help the pilgrims as well. Then step-by-step process for the obtaining MISA license. I also focus so much on that because as a businessman, you can never have access to business if you don't go through the proper licensing. So I really paid attention there, and I was happy I didn't lose connection when he was talking about that. So pre-requirements is before applying for the MISA, which is the MISA means the Ministry of Investment Saudi Arabia license, to ensure the following. If you're a foreigner, a foreign parent company, like let's assume myself, holding BSW Company Limited or Diplomatic Envoy as a Secretary General, I am an international company. So exist and it's active for at least 1 year. They also spoke about the parent companies. That's the commercial registration, which is the CR, memorandum of association, and the financial statement, which is minimum of 1 year. I heard him saying minimum of 1 year already. And then also a board resolution, authority investment in Saudi Arabia, your passport copy for authorized signatories. Mean those who want to register the company should also provide their authorized signatories so that they will all be recognized, and they take passports as such. All documents attested by the Saudi embassy in the parent company's country. So if I have a Saudi embassy in Ghana, the verifications of the documents will be done in Saudi embassy in Ghana. So meaning they are not just going to take the document and say because you provided the document, they will not do due diligence. So they will do due diligence before making sure they even start helping you to get into the system with your business. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs also, which is the MUFA in Saudi Arabia as well, you need to have, you need to get the Ministry of Foreign Affairs involved when you are an international company and you want to come here. So overview key takeaway of this, Amazement Co. is a strategy partner for investors and SMEs exploring opportunities in Saudi Arabia. So if you want to have any business there in Saudi Arabia, then automatically looking at what Amazement Co. company is telling us, it means they are the right sources that you can have businesses doing with, or you can contact them for such brilliant business strategies in Saudi. Saudi Arabia also represents a strong growth potential, particularly in hospitalities, tourism, and digital sector. We all know that when it comes to hospitality, you can't take Saudi Arabia out. If it comes to tourism, you can't take it out. And even their culture, you would notice that they have a very beautiful culture that when you go there, you have a lot of experience and things to learn. And the digital sector of it. So that is the overview, the takeaway that I believe that I have also taken out of it, that, hey, if I am going to Saudi to get into the hospitality and tourism and digital center business, I have to personally contact Amazement Co. and then let them take me through the process. The MISA license process, it is a critical step by foreign investors entering the Saudi market. I heard him talking about it, that it's just a critical step that we, the foreign that we want to enter into the market, have to go through the projects like Ra Al Madin and Masar Destination, which highlights the large-scale tourism investment under Vision 2030, which is very amazing. Reflection on the discussions, questions that I wanted to ask, but because I was having internet challenges, it was very difficult for me to stay on till the end of the conference. And so the few questions I wanted to ask Amazing is how Amazement companies expertise help, like simplifying the MISA license processing for new investors. Also, I wanted to ask about what potential challenges could foreign businesses face when entering the Saudi market. But because my internet was bad, I couldn't ask all those questions at that time. I also wanted to ask which of Amazement companies' businesses verticals would most benefit from Vision 2030 initiative. So I wanted to find out that what are some of their business verticals that would benefit they will benefit from the Vision 2030 initiative that they were talking about. Also, I wanted to ask how my digital transformation enhance Amazement company service delivery to sectors like e-commerce and hospitality. But like I said, because I wasn't online, I really felt bad that I couldn't ask this my favorite questions. What support do SMEs need most when expanding into Saudi Arabia? Legal, financial, and operational guidance. I didn't hear them mention that. Maybe when I left online, they mentioned those things that I didn't hear of. But these are the questions I really wanted to ask the company, which I know that the company or the host will address this section to them, and then they will maybe get us some few informations about one, how they can help us simplify MISA licenses, because we want to have it simply done. Maybe there is other way you show us that we can make it done simply without going through stress, and also what potential challenges could foreign business, if I'm coming there as a foreign business, I need to do my SWOT analysis. What will be my strength? What will be my weakness? What will be my opportunities? What will be my, I need to check all those things from them. Then I can also make a point. And also, I wanted to find out how their vision will align with the Vision 2030 that they spoke about. Now, let me go to the next speaker, the summary of the next speaker, Mr. Mil Ahmed Al-Shiji. I think it was his time that I lost a big connection, but he was also talking about emerging technology business success in Saudi Arabia. And yes, I think organized by SIBEC. He was also from SIBEC, the International Business and Entrepreneur Chamber, which they also spoke so well about a lot of things they do. They spoke about intersection of technology innovation in Saudi Arabia Vision 2030. He emphasized how emerging technology are reshaping industries and creating new businesses pathways for entrepreneurs and investors, both local and international. They spoke about that, and I was so much interested hearing such opportunity from Saudi Arabia. Most countries have not found opportunities that they are going to get from Saudi Arabia. So this will enlighten some of us to also train and educate people from our country the benefits and the importance of they also looking to invest or do businesses in Saudi Arabia. His talk highlighted that Saudi Arabia's rapid digital transformation has made it one of the most dynamic markets in the Middle East and offering unprecedented opportunity to tech-driven sectors. And honestly, Saudi has been one of the countries that technology has really taken shape. And so I wouldn't be surprised that they become the most dynamic markets in the Middle East when it comes to technology. And then the key areas that he focused on the Vision 2030 and digital transformation, like I said, Vision 2030 core aims in diversification beyond oil, with technology as a central emblem. So they are not focusing that because they are oil country with so many oil, they will not bring in it. They are looking of way of making digital technology one of the greatest tourism or hub that will attract investors and people to come in and invest in Saudi Arabia. They also spoke about government investment in smart infrastructure, AI, cloud computing, and cybersecurity have also accelerated many readiness for them to also work with. And then the new, and then the Gidia, and then they mentioned the line, like those lines are very, very the same, which I also wanted to find out more. So let's go to the NEOM, the NEOM that he mentioned, the US 500 billion mega region, a sustainable tech-powered region spanning 26,500 kilometers, redefining living mobility and clean energy. Also, projects with NEON include Oxygen, Industrial Innovation Hub, Projani, which is the mountain and tourism. I think they have nice, with what they were saying, I'm falling in love to visiting Saudi Arabia. I had opportunity to visit last year, but because of the nature of my work in Ghana as a politician, sometimes we don't control our times. But I think joining this conference has really enlightened me to quickly come and have a tourism set up, like going to the Trojana, which is the mountain tourism, the Sindala, which is the luxury island resort, and the Line, which is the futuristic liner smart city that they were talking on. The opportunities lie in AI, green energy. Am I laudable? I want to know if I'm laudable. Okay. So let me just end the last portion of what I picked so that another person takes over. So concluding, technology is good. I'm very interested in that part. The role of emerging technologies like AI, the blockchain. Somebody mentioned about doing blockchain registration, and I heard one telling that it's not possible. They have to verify and all that. So the overview of this conference, I think, is the best of all. I have really enjoyed. I love it. And honestly, I would like to join again next time. Thank you very much. And I appreciate the time.
Thank you, Mr. Samuel Arikwe. Thanks a lot. Sorry for that. I would like to send the flying hearts, but my situation to send the clocks. What to do? We don't have time. Really appreciated your talk, and you informed that you tried to come to Saudi Arabia, but unfortunately you didn't come. But sure, We are here. SYPA is there. We are there. Anytime you can visit now. Okay. Sure, we'll make your dreams true to come to Saudi Arabia. Come to Saudi Habibi. Thanks a lot. And you took over all the notes for the past 4 hours and brought into our eyes in just 10 minutes. Appreciated. Thanks a lot.
Thank
Thanks
you
a lot,
very much.
Mr. Samuel Likwe.
All
Thank
right.
you. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Yes, gents, we are now come to our conclusion. Thanks for spending your time, valuable time during the weekend. Up now it's I think 8:35 in Saudi Arabia, 11 o'clock, 11:05 in India and other countries, the different times. Thanks a lot. Thanks for arranging this wonderful opportunity organized by SIBEC. Thank you all, our distinguished speaker, for sharing such valuable insights and real business guidance. Saudi Arabia welcomes ideas, innovation, and partnership that benefit the world. I invite all participants to continue networking. Networking is very important. If people don't know the value of networking, anybody can support any small contact will help each other. So that's fine. Sorry, we don't have time. We don't have time for a question now. We reached the limit. So just explore your opportunities through SYPA. I'm conducting the Global Tamil Engineers Forum, the RISE platform. It's all for you. Together we grow stronger. Together we shape global business. Looking forward to you. See you all again on day 3 tomorrow. Until then, stay inspired, stay ambitious. Good night. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Admin recording இது பண்ணிருங்க.
Yes, sir. Once again, thank you, one and all.